Good evening, everyone. Welcome to WCUA's coverage of Catholic University Ice Hockey. I'm alongside John Wolf. I'm Giuliano Luca. Happy to be with you tonight as your Cardinals are set to face off against the University of Maryland Terrapins. Live from Wheaton Ice Arena, it's another league game with playoff hopes still alive for Catholic.
For Catholic to have a chance at the playoffs, they'd have to win the rest of their league games and also beat Loyola in an outdoor game just to have a chance. Catholic put themselves into this hole, but thanks to the win over Westchester, they do own a tiebreaker for a potential low seed.
And moving on from that, I just wanted to have a quick note. Catholic, of course, needs to win tonight. If they lose, they're eliminated tonight. They have the tiebreaker over Westchester, like John mentioned, and of course, they have to beat Loyola as well. That's a non-league game, but it goes into overall standings, and as a result, they would need to win that. But just for tonight, of course, we're going to talk about Maryland. So Maryland comes into this game with a 7-4 record overall and a 4-2 record in division play. They most recently played the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, on December 7th, winning 7-4. Number 10, Devlin Cristal led the way with a hat trick, including the game winner to make the score 5-2 at the time. UMBC would battle back to make it close, but the Terrapins would finish it off in the third. And goaltender number 30, John Cohan, made 12 saves on 16 shots for the win.
Catholic comes into this game with an 0-5 record in league play and a 5-12 record overall. Catholic last played back-to-back and belly-to-belly against High Point, losing the first game 8-2 and winning the second 3-2. In the second game, Jackson Deininger had 3 points, including the first 2 goals of the game, to give Catholic a rare first-period lead. High Point would battle back to tie early in the third, but Brendan Johnson tipped in a Deininger shot to give Catholic back the lead. That held on and ended up being the game-winning goal, but not without some spectacular saves by Danny Mark. Danny Mark made one great blocker save, falling down, actually saved it with the inside of his blocker as he reached across the crease to thwart the High Point forward at the backside of the net.
And Catholic is very familiar with the Terrapins. They played them twice every single season, and earlier this year they lost to the Terrapins on December 6th. Final score 6-4. Midway through the third, Catholic was down 6-2, but they scored 2 quick goals late to get within 2. Unfortunately, Catholic only had 30 seconds left to tie, but couldn't find the tying goal. Number 8, Danny Martella, had 2 assists in that game, and he is also UMD's leading goal scorer. Catholic will have to keep eyes on him at all times. I spoke with head coach Steven Terenzio moments ago, getting his thoughts on tonight's game, and he mentioned that, says this almost every single game, but he expects a strong start from the team, as well as to treat it like any other game. Playoff hopes are on the line for Catholic. Maryland's looking a little bit better in the standings, but Catholic has to treat this as any other game. 0-5 in division play, you put it behind you, you play the way you're supposed to play tonight, and not get too far ahead of themselves. Like we mentioned, playoff hopes are slim, but even though they're still alive, just play for the game in front of you and keep it simple, is what he said.
That's their best bet, is to just keep on winning their games. Your Chick-fil-A starting goaltender for tonight is number 1, Daniel Mark, native of Flemington, New Jersey. So far this season, Mark owns a 5.08 goals against average and an .871 save percentage, as well as a 1-8 record. Mark played swell in his win versus High Point on Sunday, also picking up his first win of the season.
In goal for UMD is number 31, Thomas Russell, the native of Chevy Chase, Maryland. So far in his first season at UMD, he has posted a 4-1 record alongside a 5.9 goals against average. Let's see what he can do tonight.
Catholic next plays next Saturday against Newman University at Laurel Ice Arena. Puck drop is scheduled for 9:20 p.m. with coverage beginning at 9:05. Laurel is about 45 minutes from campus if you're looking to make the trip. The Cardinals will also play at Salisbury University next Sunday afternoon at 2:40. It's a league game with WCUA coverage beginning at 2:25. The game is at Center Ice Rink in Harrington, Delaware. It's an hour-and-a-half ride from campus if you're looking to make the trip. Some other games around the league. Westchester will play Loyola in a back-to-back tonight and tomorrow night. Stevenson plays Navy on Sunday night at 8:30. Widener plays George Mason at 9:05 tomorrow night. And Maryland plays Navy Sunday at 2.
And we'll go over some of those things later in the game as well. We'll talk about where they're playing, of course, next week, and the standings as well, and other games, of course, like John mentioned. But we'll mention them throughout tonight's contest as well. Of course, referencing the standings, Catholic sits fourth place in the Eastern Shore Division. Maryland is currently in the lead with a 4-2 record. Right behind them is Christopher Newport. They're 4-1. The Naval Academy is 3-1. And then our Catholic University Cardinals sit at 0-5. So lots of time left to make up some ground, but no time really to fall apart here. Catholic, like we mentioned, a loss, and they are eliminated. And you'll have to excuse me. I believe I said against Navy they're eliminated then, but it turns out, no, they still live for another day, and that's tonight.
Yes, they'll require now some tiebreakers if they wanted to make it there. But for the Cardinals, really, tonight is just about this one game. After all, no one really enjoys losing. I know the Cardinals don't. They just want to win the game tonight and get the season back on track. Playoffs or no playoffs, winning some games here at the end, going on a nice winning streak would get the feelings high.
Absolutely right, John. There's some good words of wisdom. We'll see if Catholic can take some good words of wisdom as they speak with their head coach, Steven Terenzio, here. But before we get into tonight's game, we're going to have a moment of silence to honor the victims of the plane crash on Washington, D.C. on Wednesday night. Like we mentioned.
Steve called me earlier in the week. He said you were going to be here. So, I have no idea what it's so funny.
He asked me if we were going to do the anthem. I said, I think he asked if we were going to do the anthem.
And you may have heard John just say we will do the anthem. We're going to have a moment of silence, of course, like we mentioned, for the victims of the plane crash on Wednesday night in Washington, D.C. May all the victims rest in peace, of course. And both teams going to honor and pay tribute to the fallen victims. We'll have the national anthem afterwards as well.
Well, that moment of silence really was a moment, a very brief and fleeting moment, if I might add.
I thought it was going to be a tad bit longer. Excuse me for interrupting the moment of silence. Thought it was going to be a little bit of a PA announcement over the air or in the arena. Of course. And that officially was the moment of silence. You have to excuse me.
Looks that way.
I was misinformed. I was told it was going to be before the anthem, wound up being after the national anthem. 15 seconds run off the clock for the victims of the plane crash. May they rest in peace. Well, good to have all 11 of you on to watch tonight's exciting contest. Cardinals in their black uniforms, UMD in their red uniforms. Big game tonight, a rivalry matchup as well. These teams play each other a lot, twice every year since, I believe, the program's inception in the early 1990s.
Yes, the rivalry began even before the game. The teams clashed as to which team would wear which uniform. Catholic did win the clash. They ended up wearing black. which is the color they desired to wear, this being an away game for the Cardinals.
Interesting enough, at the home arena, but playing as an away team. But like we mentioned, a big game tonight for both teams, of course, league game. Starting 5 for Catholic: Scott, Foster, Hornick, Johnson, and Shoreswater. Cardinals win the opening draw. They'll push it ahead, and puck's going to roll all the way up in front towards the crease and knocked away at the last moment by the left side by Jacob Foster. He takes a big hit, puck into the corner, now in front, or now out of the zone it goes as Catholic pushed it forward. Shoreswater was hit. Johnson meets him. Johnson trying to toe drag, and the puck rolled off his stick. And here comes UMD the other way, might have a step. UMD walks in, they wait, they fire the shot, the save made by Mark off the blocker. Puck by the goal line. Catholic trying to keep it alive and clear. They're able to as they push it up the right side. Here comes Shoreswater. Shoreswater in over the line. Tries to make a nice move. The puck's going to roll to the goaltender, but poked away at the last second by UMD. And now they move it to center. Henry back on defense for Catholic. Talk more about the lines at the next whistle here. Puck bounced off Joey Henry's stick. It's going to be rolled all the way down the ice. We'll see if it goes for icing, and it will just cross the line. Icing with 19:07 remaining here in the first period. Still 0-0, but some good speed so far very early in this
Some
game.
challenges for Daniel Mark. Now, as a goalie, that can be a good thing. Get you into the game early. Sometimes if you don't take any shots the first few minutes, you can get a little cold. So Danny made the saves. Maybe good for him.
Good blocker save as Catholic was set up off going for a face-off play. That's what they looked to set up on that one, but didn't get it that time. They tried it before in the East Coast Showdown tournament when it worked. And we'll talk more about that as play continues in the offensive zone for UMD. Behind the Catholic goal, looking to center it in front. Back towards the point, a shot that just goes wide of the goal. Puck goes out from the other side by the goal line. Henry turns it over, another shot, and Mark makes the save.
Definitely being challenged early. I actually think that might have been a play, an intentional play there at one point. That shot from the slot, which went wide of the net, it seemed as though he shot it wide of the net so as to get the puck to bounce around the other side and catch Danny out of position.
And off this draw, a quick shot by UMD just goes wide of the goal. Behind the net, UMD looking to control. Deininger meets him. Sticks go up. Puck goes free again. Taking a shot by UMD. It was blocked. McQueenie looking to go up the ice to Frankie Merja. Merja at the right side by the goal line. Right side looks to center it in front. Elects to go back up towards the faceoff. Takes the shot, and it's in. They score! Frankie Merja, 1-0 Catholic. It bounces off his shoulder and into the back of the net. 1-0.
Oh, my goodness. That is an interesting start. You don't see that very much where one team comes out, really has the puck for a few minutes and challenges the goaltender early, and the other team comes down the other way and gets a little bit of a fluke goal like that. That's why you put the puck on the net.
Every coach would tell you at any age of hockey, put the puck on goal and good things will happen. Catholic did it that time. 1-0 CUA. Frankie Merja scores for Catholic. It's his 8th goal of the season and his 10th point on the year. Puck was dropped at center. Trying to push it back into the zone was Logan Selwyn, who's up on the wing again for the second consecutive game. As it rolls back out to center. Shot back into the zone. Now cross-corner dumping by Matthew Hornick, hoping for Will Brenner as he presses the issue, trying to cause the turnover. UMD gets the puck back at the right side, trying to clear. Good play by Foster. Puck went off a player's knee and out of the zone. Rasmussen blocks a clearing attempt. Foster does too, but it gets away from both of them, and UMD in over the line. Looks for the pass behind the goal. Puck was off a stick. It bounces back out to center. UMD has it. Broken up by Catholic. Selwyn, nice play to push it into the zone. Catholic's offside, so we'll have to touch up here as Catholic goes for a change. UMD up the left side. They're going to push it into the zone. Oh, big hit in the corner. Hard to see from the angle of the camera, but two players go tumbling down. Gigantic kick trying to set the tone early. Now at the point. Catholic able to move it out. Here comes Matthew Hornick with a burst of speed. Right side, moves on in, tries to drag it. He does, he scores! Matthew Hornick, 2-0 Catholic.
Well, we hate to get ahead of ourselves, but this is about as good a start as Catholic could hope for. 2 straight goals here in the first 3 minutes of play. Some good moves, some good shots.
Me and John were talking about John and I were talking about this in the pregame here. As a goaltender, you can't make the first move. And number one, cardinal sin for the goaltender to make. He did on that play. He moved first and got beat off the deke when Matthew Hornick went right around him. He was already down. And as a result, he got beat 2-0 Catholic. I believe it's only on 2 shots as well. So Russell trying to make his first save of the game here. It's very, very difficult as a goalie when you don't make the first save on your first shot.
He's going to get whistled down for a hand pass.
16:44 in the first or 4 minutes gone by in the first period here. Catholic up 2-0 over UMD. Very good start for Catholic. Now puck dropped in the neutral zone. Won by Catholic. Good play by Scott to win the draw. And at the right side, Catholic trying to push it up out of the zone. It's up by the wall, by the point. UMD gains possession of it at the point. They wait. They hold it. Drop it off with a slap shot. Now another shot was about to be taken, but UMD fans on the puck. Here comes Catholic the other way. Schwarzwater has it. In over the line. Has Johnson with him if he elects to drop it. Now behind the goal, Schwarzwater had the puck knocked off. He gets it back. Tries to drop it off in the front or in center. Pulled away by UMD as they'll float it back into the zone. Diner's going to have to get on his horse here as he's met with a hard check. Gets the puck across to Jacob Foster. Foster trying to push it up the middle. It's turned over the shot. Oh, and what a save by Mark. Beautiful shot. Better save. Now, by the goal line again, Dininger bodied off the puck. UMD at the point. We'll try and backhand it further in the zone, met by Jacob Foster. And Frankie Merja at the left side. We're bringing it in over the line. Merja stops. He waits. He holds, looking for passing options. Nice pass to McQueenie. Threads the needle on that one. But McQueenie couldn't get the puck to bounce back down to him. Catholic keeps it in at the line as UMD tried to clear. Catholic still has it. One-time blast. Hornick. And that deflects out of play.
Textbook blocker save by Danny Mark there. I don't want to underestimate his role in this whole 2-0 lead in these first 5 minutes here. He made some great saves in the first few minutes, and that's what gave the Cardinals the chance to come down here and kind of get some quick ones in on the Maryland goal.
Ozone draw won by Catholic. Merja shot deflected, rebound, they score! It's Matthew McQueenie, 3-0 Catholic.
Well, this is a different atmosphere than we're used to. There is excitement. There is energy on the Catholic bench. They're hyped up to be way ahead here. 3-0 in the first 5 minutes. They're pouring it on.
And I have to imagine, just from memory, I believe this is Catholic's first 3-0 lead in a first period and in the not the entire season, in a first period.
I would be very inclined to agree with you on that.
So Catholic looking like a much different team early on, but they'll have to face a strong UMD team. Lots of time left to go, but Catholic looking very, very good early. Puck was dropped at center. Both teams battle for it in the neutral zone. Rasmussen knocked down. It was knocked down. Play will continue as it was a clean play. Kind of fell down in the zone. Puck back behind the goal. Now it's back out towards the point. Both teams battling for it. UMD walks in from the point. Take the shot. It missed the net. Selwyn trying to clear for Catholic. He will. This will go all the way down, and it should go for icing. It will, with just about over 5 minutes to go here in the first period. So 3-0 Catholic. That was Matthew McQueenie's third goal on the season, also his third point on the year. And go ahead.
I was just going to say, as a note, the managers for the University of Maryland have not been doing an excellent job of shutting off the music when play begins. You may notice that the music often continues after the puck has been dropped.
The scoreboard still says 2-0. It's a quick shot off the draw and a save made by Mark off the blocker. Puck into the corner. At the point again, Catholic went for a big hit, and Will Brunner missed. UMD still has possession. They'll walk it in from the slot. Now back out towards the face-off dot, It looked like it was going towards the point. Now the high slot, a backhander misses over the goal. Catholic's giving up a lot of chances early, I will say. Now Foster at the right side. Looks for Selwyn at the left side. Gonna float it in on the goaltender, Russell, and he makes the save, but my goodness, almost misplayed this one into the back of his goal. Now, UMD at center ice, trying to catch Catholic on exchange. They're in over the line, and they're offsides. Looks like the winger was just a tad bit over.
That was a scary moment for Maryland down by their own net. An interesting play by the goalie. Attempted to play the puck with his stick, almost played it right into his own net, scored a fourth goal on himself.
14-24, 3-0 to score in favor of the visitors here at Weednice Arena. That's right, it's your Catholic Cardinals tonight. Cardinals go D-to-D. Hornick across to Foster. A play catch back to Matthew Hornick, who looks over his options. UMD with a strong forecheck here is forcing Catholic into some poor passes, and UMD's had some good chances, but Mark so far doing his job. Hornick up the left side, looking for Johnson, trying to clear, not out of the zone. UMD keeps it in. They try to drop it off towards the winger, but they weren't in the zone on time. And it's going to be shot down back behind the UMD goal. UMD defense going to have to pick this up. They'll go D-to-D at the right side, trying to shift it up the boards. It's broken up by Schwarzwater, puts it in front. I believe the save was made by Russell. Again, it's twisted the crease, and in the back of the net, 4-0 Catholic. Brendan Johnson.
Well, Giuliano, this game is starting to have the makings of a blowout.
Not wrong there, John. 4-0, and we're not even 7 full minutes into this game. My goodness.
And I must say, in spite even of their 4-goal lead, the Cardinals are in really good position here. Even if you think about some of the meltdowns they've had into the games, I just don't see Danny Mark giving up enough goals to blow this one.
Well, still lots of time left to go. Catholic going to have to, on cue, Daniel Mark making a good save as well, as you were right.
Gave me more time to run my mouth. So far, the difference here has been the goalies. I mean, Maryland has dominated time of possession and zone time for large swaths of play here. Catholic is up by 4 goals.
Defensive zone draw won by the Cardinals. Deininger at the left side hopes for Merja. He couldn't get it down on the stick flat, but Lehan helps out Merja. It's a 3-on-2 in over the line. Here comes Catholic. They're on sides. Lehan drops it off. They fire the shot. The save made. Rebound loose again. And into the back of the net. 5-0. Jackson Deininger up in the play. Puts it in the back of the goal.
I don't know what the Maryland goalie had for dinner, but I don't think he was ready to play tonight. And I don't know how much longer he'll continue to play, assuming they have a backup goaltender.
And I'm looking on the bench. I don't think UMD has a backup goaltender.
I don't see a backup goaltender.
They just called timeout as well.
They would have to.
Immediately after that goal went in, their coach went over and said, we'll take a timeout here and try and right the ship. But Deininger scores for Catholic, jumping up in the play. Beautiful 3-on-2 play. And this is exactly what Steven Terenzio mentioned at practice. He mentioned earlier tonight, a strong start's what they needed. And my oh my, 5-0, not even 7 minutes into this game. My goodness.
And I don't know how many shots you think they've taken, but I wouldn't say more than 8.
I'd have to agree with you. I will.
I mean, every time they throw the puck to, they've got the Midas touch tonight. Every puck they throw turns to goal.
That's absolutely right, John. Jackson Deininger's 6th goal of the season brings him to 10 points on the season. He was vital in the game, in the win against High Point on Sunday, and he gets himself onto the score sheet tonight.
And truthfully, as the Maryland coach, I don't know how much you can say really during a timeout like that. Give everyone a chance to breathe, but there's not much else this team can do.
Puck dropped at center ice. It's won by Catholic again. They're going to try and set up in the zone. Brenner's on sides, fires it, blocked into the corner. Right side. Catholic trying to keep it alive. UMD trying to clear. Middle. Pass up through the middle. It's taken by UMD. Going across. Broken up by Jacob Foster. Rasmussen plays it up to Will Brunner. He's going to chase after this puck. Brunner hacking and whacking at the stick. Couldn't get it free. Here comes UND at the left side. Trying to get some room as they'll float it in over. Well, it looked like it wasn't supposed to be a dump in, but it is now as Catholic will get to it first, though. And here comes Matthew Hornick trying to get the puck back. Here he comes through center. Has Keegan with him. He looks him off. Hornick trying to go all the way. Backhands in, one on goal. Save made, rebound, and Russell looks behind him. But this time, he's got it.
Still not exactly a textbook save. He did keep the puck out of the net, managed to seal the post as he has failed to do a few times so far. But at least he didn't let that one in.
Well, he's been struggling early on tonight, that's for sure. We'll keep it that way, and we'll see if he can start to rebound here or will Catholic continue to put the pressure on. Always on draw, won by Catholic. Henry a shot, blocked away. He gets it back at the point. Walks it in, packs it across the Schwarzwater. Trying to walk it all the way in. Oh, poke check, save made by Russell.
Well, he's resorting to
another shot on a Russell.
Tactics.
Save made, jumps on top of it. And Catholic was crashing in that looking for their 6th goal of the period. Russell says not this time.
He's adopting some interesting tactics now, and so far they seem to be working a little better than his more traditional approach.
12:15 remaining here in the first period. 5-0 to score. Ozone drove to the left of Russell. Won by UMD. Trying to clear is UMD. Catholic trying to keep it alive. UMD. Now they're able to clear, but just to center ice as Henry gets it across to Jackson Deininger. Puck had rolled off his stick. Now he gets it up. Softly plays it to center. Pass across from Johnson to Schwarzwater. 2-on-2 in over the line. They'll fire the shot off the post. It's behind Russell, and he jumps on top of it for the save.
That shot was saved by the post and happened to bounce back underneath Russell. He's lucky it didn't bounce off his leg and into the net for his 6th goal of the period.
Well, it almost did. It took an awkward bounce off the post and just stopped. As the hockey guys upstairs may have been trying to help out.
Feeling some mercy, perhaps.
Right, exactly. That's something we've had to say a lot this year, John, I will say.
This is a welcome twist of fate for the Cards.
Another storyline in an interesting season, that's for sure. Right side point. Foster elects to play it down low to Nick Lehan at the right side faceoff dot. Back to McQueenie, trying to battle for it. He passes across down low to Merja. Merja looking in front, tries to get it back. It's off a stick. Now McQueenie helps out. McQueenie, left side, gets away from a defender and stays on that puck. Behind the goal. Centers in front. They score! Nick Lehan. Great pass from McQueenie. 6-0 CUA.
And that was a grade A scoring chance and a great shot there.
So Matthew McQueenie helped making the great escape to Nick Lehan on that one.
Tell me, Giuliano, is there a mercy rule in this league?
I don't think I've ever had to consider it.
We've never had to consider it before.
I'm not really sure. But teams will play on here. 11:24 remaining in the period. 6-0 Catholic. Touchdown, Catholic. We'll see how the rest of it plays out here. If UMD can push back. Lots of time left to go, and a big hit taken by Rasmussen. Clean hit as play will continue here. UMD getting a little frustrated, and can't necessarily blame him. Lots of time to go here, though. Now behind the goal. Oh, Combs takes a man down. Puck free into the slot, and he gets rolled off the stick of Rasmussen. He's looking for his first goal of the season, still the senior forward from Phoenix. Now, big hit by Rasmussen, getting a little payback off that hit earlier. Catholic trying to press the issue here. Combs in over the line, tried to get the puck back on his stick. Hornick has it now. Shot back into the zone. Catholic was offside, so we'll have to touch up here. 10:40 remaining. We're just about 10 minutes into this first period, and it's 6-0. Now, UMD across, left side, back into the middle. The White fired the shot, rolls high over the goal that time. UMD still looking for possession up. They get away from Deininger. They'll try and push it back out towards the point. Broken up by Catholic. Schwarzwater across to Johnson. Indirectly, it's back over to Nolan Scott, but Catholic is offsides. Johnson was trying to say that UMD pushed him offsides, and they did. But the referee's judgment call made, it's still offsides.
It's possible that they're giving Maryland a little extra leeway here, down by 6. You won't see much complaining out of the Cardinals about their 6-goal lead, particularly about refereeing.
Just another side note, no penalties so far in this game as well. 6 even strength goals. Now Johnson across, Schwarzwater has it, fires it. Oh, and what a save by Russell. Russell showing he's still locked into the game. A nice save getting across.
That was a very good save.
Right with the blocker. Looked like a sure goal, but Russell says, not this time. Nice save by the goaltender. Now Ozone draw. Schwarzwater tries it again, and he missed this time over the goal. Deininger able to keep it in at the line, but he turns it over, trying to get back. He does in time to recover. Puck into the right side corner. Henry's going to try and find it for Catholic. Henry trying to stay with it. And he can't. He turns it over to the high slot at the left side. They'll fire a shot, deflected, and over the goal. Hits the glass behind Daniel Mark. Now at the left side, Brendan Johnson has it. Trying to find Schwarzwater at center. He's going to float it into the zone. No icing here. He was over the line. So UMD will have to touch up here and move up ice. Trying to catch Catholic in exchange. UMD with a burst of speed. Gets around the check of Frankie Merger. They still have it at the high slot. They'll fire the shot, looking for a deflection down low. Puck went wide. Henry trying to stay with it for Catholic. Bodies collide into the corner. Puck rolls free to UMD behind the goal, looking to center it in front. They wait. They hold. Looking for the passing option. Now he does at the left side face-off dot. Back out towards the point. And the puck is bit of a poor pass as UMD will have to regroup. Now, UMD back in their own end, trying to recover at the left side. Trying to get away from the forechecking of Matthew McQueenie. Now they turn over the puck. Good play by Lehan to get to it. And oh my goodness, almost had a power outage here at Wheaton Ice Arena Looks like our stream is still going, of course, but the lights just did flicker. Hopefully they stay on for the rest of this contest here. Now Merja turns over the puck at the right side. UMD in over the line once again. Jacob Foster by the side of his goal. And lights are flickering inside the lobby right now. Hopefully not having the rest of the issues here with the power. Play will continue here. Puck shot back out of the zone by Catholic. UMD across, trying to gain, just get something. Get a lifeline. But Catholic once again meets them in the zone and is able to clear just to center. Oh, and a big hit by Lehan. Gets the arms up. Looks to be like a clean hit. May have been a bit high, but referees say it was a clean hit. Play will continue here. 8 minutes remaining here in the first period. As play continues here. Hornick in over the line. Trying to get around the defense. Back behind the goal. Trying to stay with it. Hornick trying to center it in front. Elects to go to Selwyn, who pushes it back down low. It's going to roll all the way back out towards Will Brunner, who pushes it back to Deininger. Deininger walks the line, fires it, was deflected, was going to go wide either way, as UMD will pick it up with 7:30 remaining here in the first period. Trying to stay with it now with Selwyn. Brunner helps him out, takes the man down into the corner. But Catholic still not unable to get to the puck. UMD trying to negate the icing, and they won't here. UMD upset with the call, saying they were ahead of Deininger. They may have been right with that one, but icing still the call.
Yeah, the lights did flicker there for a second, and the lights have continued in the lobby to flicker for the past few minutes. For those of you outside of the D.C., Maryland area, we are having quite a rainstorm here the past day or so. Don't know if that had anything to do with it, but they seem to have stabilized now.
Well, if it doesn't, John, I guess our viewers will find out one way or another. Visually, or the stream will just turn off. So if the stream does turn off, we'll try and get it back up as soon as we can, but tune into the CUA Ice Hockey Instagram story. They'll have live updates if things do continue to happen with the lights. Now puck rolled to Russell. He's going to leave it for his defenseman. And Joey Henry will get it back, gain the line, and get away from a big hit as UMD starting to throw the body here. Frustrated down 6-0 in the first, and you can't blame him. Now puck loose again at center. Shot back into the zone by UMD. Trying to get the puck and center it in front. UMD, they wait. They hold. Broken up by Henry at the right side. Here comes Schwarzwater and Johnson. 2-on-2. Schwarzwater fires a shot off a leg into the corner. Now it's loose again. Schwarzwater takes a hit. Puck rolls free. Trying to step into one was Nolan Scott. Here comes UND over the line once again with the puck. Trying to find the pass at center. Partly broken up by Foster. Loose again, and Johnson has it for CUA. 6:20 remaining here in the first period. Johnson has it right side. Oh, nice move. Another nice move. Can he finish it? Oh, and that time, getting back just in time was UMD. My goodness, that would have been a spectacular goal. Now, puck loose again. Johnson moves on in at the right side. Passes across to Scott. Pass was a little too far out of his reach, and UMD will go the other way. 2-on-2. Here they come. Trying to get the pass across the middle of the ice. It was off a stick and broken up once again. Foster now behind his goal. And a pass across. Trying to find the winger Johnson, and indirectly it will go to Johnson off a stick. Shoreswater has that to left side. Trying to get around the defense. Shakes off the hit with Shoreswater. And UMD behind their goal, looking to start up at the left side. Here they come. Oh, Merja knocks him hard into the boards. Puck's free, back into the zone. Catholic was not over the red line, but it won't go for icing here as it stops beforehand. Now Merja picks up the puck. He waits, fires it. Save made Russell. Rebound loose again. Cardinals on the attack. Merja back out towards the point. Deininger. Left side. He walks it in. Takes the shot, or fakes the shot. Now he passes, and McQueenie takes the shot. Excuse me, got a little jumbled up there. Shot was taken, blocked into the corner, behind the goal. McQueenie trying to help out. He can't get to it. UMD will. And now left side is shot back out of the zone. 5 minutes remaining here and a fast, and I mean quick moving first period here. Good pace on the ice as well. Deininger gets the pass to Merja, who will float it into the zone and go for a change here. 4:50 remaining here in the first period. UMD has it at the right side. Trying to get into the zone was UMD, but they mistimed on the pass. And now they'll have to restart. So Merja, excuse me, shot taken by UMD from the left side circle, right into the glove of Daniel Mark.
Well, we saw some good goaltending play the past minute or so. Good save there by Danny Mark, obviously. And Russell seems to have locked in a little bit. Made some nice saves down there at the other end. He's made a few good saves since that 6th goal. Unfortunately, I think for him it's a little too late.
Well, lots of time left, John. I'm not trying to jinx anybody here, but that's why they play the full 60 minutes, that's for sure. Ozone draw won by UMD. Both teams battling for it into the corner. Player knocked down from behind. Looked to be a little bit of a light shove. It was Foster. He gets away from it. And here comes Will Brunner in over the line. Brunner going to take the shot in on goal. He missed just wide. Foster now steps in from his defensive spot. Gets it back down low. Brunner looking for the centering pass to Selwyn. Now at the line, Hornick over skates. And he'll have to get back on his horse for this puck. As Hornick now still can get to it. Referee got in the way of that puck moving anywhere else or away from the Catholic Cardinals. Now UMD over the line has it left side. As they try and set up something here, they'll move it back out towards the point, or into the middle of the ice, broken up by Catholic. They're able to clear, and trying to get around for one more move was Will Brunner, but the puck was knocked off his stick once again. Now, in the neutral zone, Catholic going for a change. UMD in over the line one more time. At the left side, behind the goal, looking for the centering pass. UMD tried for a shot from the point. It was knocked away. Here comes Brendan Johnson alongside Connor Rasmussen. Johnson looked for the pass back to Rasmussen. It was off the stick, clearing the zone is UMD, and here they come. 2-on-2 if they hurry. Trying to walk it in, fire the shot in on goal, and the save made by Mark once again. 3:15 remaining here in the first period. 3 minutes remaining. Back behind the goal. UMD looking to center in front, taken away by Deininger. Trying to go up to the right side winger. Broken up partly by UMD. Catholic able to clear. And they're going to go all the way down here. Won't be icing as it does stop beforehand. So UMD will have to regroup. At the right side. Slowly moving up ice, looking for a deflection into the zone. Broken up by Catholic at the line. And at the left side, Jackson Deininger. Across to Joey Henry. Henry hits the man in the middle. It's Nolan Scott, but he's poke checked off the stick. Henry helps out Scott. Puck rolled away from him again, and UMD picks up the loose puck. Trying to get around this defensive Joey Henry, who's played pretty well in defense so far tonight. His first game as he's playing defenseman here. His puck is lobbed out. Merja has it the left side. Walks in, fires it, and a save made by Russell here.
That was another nice save by a different Russell, frankly, than we saw in the first few minutes. He's looked much better here.
Absolutely has, and trying to keep his team alive here in this first period with some nice saves here.
Yeah, as his shot count's gotten up a little bit too.
As the pace is still pretty good in this first period, I have to say. We go, oh man, referee takes a spill off the draw. May have been tripped. The play will continue here. Deininger has it, Hornick, and it's almost into the back of the net, just goes wide. Merja now has it. He waits. He holds, looking for the pass at center. Finds a man open. It was Lehan off a stick. And here comes UMD going the other way. It's going to be kicked into the zone. Nice, smart play by UMD as they try to center it. It's off a stick again. And here comes Nick Lehan, 2-on-2 with Lehan. Merja, a shot, just goes over the goal. Trying to go behind the goal, and coming out the other side is UMD as they try and pick it up. And they will. Here they come at the left side. It's Martella for UMD. Trying to get something started. He walks in, fires it. Mark up against the post, makes a nice save. Puck still loose again. Cristal back down to Martella and back out towards the point to the defenseman. Now backhander in on goal, save made by Mark. McQueenie trying to meet his man at the point. UMD gets away from him, and they still have possession back with it down low. Lehan will break that up. Lehan now has it. He's able to push it ahead to Frankie Merja. Going to float it in on goal, and Russell makes the save, rebounded into the corner. 1:10 remaining here in the first period. 6-0 Catholic. At the left side, trying to move it into the zone as UMD goes off the stick. Foster will pick it up. He'll go across to Hornick, and he'll play catch back to Jacob Foster. Foster has it now, looking for the man at center. It's Keegan, that's off his stick, and no icing will be called here. So Keegan racing after it, going to be loose as they can't clear the zone. Rasmussen pushes it across. Keegan now can't get to it either at the line. Deininger steps up in the play and has the puck. He waits, he holds, trying to look for get the puck back with his forehand before shooting. It was blocked. Going the other way now is UMD with a breakaway. They're in, they hold, they wait, backhander, nice move, and the save made by Mark. What a save. Still loose again at the left side. Trying to keep it alive as UMD. Catholic comes away with it with 20 seconds remaining. Brunner and Keegan. Brunner walks it in, puts it loosely in on goal. Save made Russell, and he jumps on top of the rebound as well with 14.2 remaining here in the first.
What a great save by Danny Mark. Really laid out there. He almost did a split, really. Coming across, made the save with his right pad, kicked the puck even into the corner, didn't leave a rebound out in front. Great save.
I thought he had him beat, but he gets it with the inside of his pad, I believe. Great save. Now at the point again, Henry elects to just push it back down low. Keegan looking to pick it up for Catholic. Keegan puts it back at the point to Deininger. Back down low. Catholic's going to run out of time here as UMD takes a big hit. Runner will go after it. That's what'll be the end of the first period. A good one for Catholic. Well, better than good. How about a fantastic first period? 6-0 after one.
Fantastic, excellent, marvelous, whatever superlatives you can think of, hurled them onto this period for the Cardinals. It may not have been their fastest or their crispest period, but as the great Colonel Rupert, the second owner of the Yankees, used to say, a perfect game for me is one in which my team is up by 10 after the fourth inning. I think the Cardinals will take 6 after the first.
They absolutely will. We know what season it's been for them so far. But Catholic putting their demons behind them so far. 6-0 after one. We'll be back with the first period intermission report to discuss all 6 first period goals. Stay with us here on WCUA. And welcome back, everybody. First period intermission report live from the Wheaton Ice Arena here in Wheaton, Maryland. Catholic up 6-0 after 1 period of play. Yes, you did hear that right. We'll go over the 6 goal scorers here. Frankie Merger got the scoring started within the first minute of play. Spectacular goal. I mean, that was one of the quick shots that Merger has had right at the beginning of the period. That made it 1-0. Was 2-0. Hornick walked in and just ripped the shot past the goaltender, made it 3-0. McQueenie finished a great passing play over. That made it 3-0. 4-0. Nick Lehan, again with a great passing play with the line of Merger, McQueenie, and Lehan. That line has been spectacular. They combined for their third goal when it was 4-0. Then it was 5-0 when Brendan Johnson finished off a rebound play. And then 6-0 when Deininger also finished off a rebound play. So a lot of rebound goals in that first period. A couple of goals that were in directly off just a shot. And lots of good things to be happy about if you're the Catholic Cardinals, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot to be happy about if you're the Cardinals. And we saw some frustration from UMD at the end there, and that's to be expected, quite frankly. I mean, for large swaths of that period, they played the Cardinals even. And, that's been the story of the Catholic season so far up to today, is that they would play well for large swaths of the period and then allow the opponent to come in and score and get ahead. And so they've kind of flipped the script tonight. Even though they've been the ones that have been outplayed a little, they end up 6-0, and they, in the end, they controlled the puck, I think, more. They just did a better job with it, and ultimately a tale of 2 goaltenders.
That's a part of it as well. I definitely have to agree. Catholic's defensive zone coverages, in my opinion, they really weren't that good in the first period. They got bailed out by their goaltender.
They did get bailed out a few times. A few pucks missed the net. There was one early that I thought was intentionally missed. I've been led to rethink as they've missed that same shot about 3 more times. So, they got bailed out a few times. It was not their best period. It's not the best we've seen them look, but it was a good period. It was a solid period, and it's impossible to be unhappy with a period in which you end up 6-0.
And it was in the locker room when head coach Steven Srinchia was talking. Just a few things he mentioned that was there's still 40 minutes left. Last year they played University of Maryland. They were up 6-2, and they wound up losing, I think it was 5-2, and they wound up losing. Similar situation here. Catholic has a big lead, and they can't let themselves get to them. Honestly, when it's 6-0, everybody wants to score. Everybody wants the next goal. Everybody wants to be involved, but you just got to stick to what you've been doing well and finish out the game. Pretty much what he said. Everybody wants to be a superstar, but tonight, he said it's just about the victory.
Yeah, I know. My father always told me, no matter what, you play the game like it's 0-0. And we've said that a lot about the team as they've been the ones that were down, the ones that needed to come back. But the same applies when you're the ones that are up 6-0. You got to keep playing the same game. If you sit back, or if everyone wants to be a superstar, like Coach Terenzio said, that's when you let the other team back into the game. They start to feel like, maybe 6-1, 6-2. Maybe it's not as bad anymore. So they got to keep their foot on the gas. 12-0, 13.
Well, we'll wait and see if anything like that will happen. But as Coach Terenzio wants it in the minds of their players, and as you mentioned, John, 0-0 after 1, that's not the score. But mentally, think of it if you're the Catholic Cardinals. It's still 0-0. Well, he's John Wolf. I'm Giuliano Luca. We'll be back with second period live in just a few moments. Stay with us here on WCUA. As the second period starts here, UMD able to win the opening draw. As they hold, they wait, they fire it in on goal, and it's blocked away. And in front was UMD, was blocked to the point. UMD a shot from the point. They're trying to put it in on Mark. He made the save. Rebound was loose. Lehan may have taken a player down after the play. Penalty coming up here on Catholic as UMD's in over the line. And I believe they were offsides, but Nick Lehan trying to get the referee's attention after the play. They're going to call him for high sticking here. And this is not what you want if you're Catholic.
Well, Maryland didn't really surprise anyone. They came out swinging. That's pretty much what everyone expected. I mean, they were very frustrated after that first period. You'd have to imagine their coach gave them a little bit of a pep talk in between. So they came out on fire. Cardinals were slipping a little. They ended up having to commit a penalty at the end there. So let's hope they can kill this off and not let Maryland get right back in it.
So UMD on the power play for the first time tonight here. At the point, they wait, they hold, and they go back to the left side winger. Back out towards the point again at centers. They fired in on goal. Deflection loose in the crease. Save made by Mark, and he's got it covered. Save on the power play as they bump into Daniel Mark. I believe he slipped. Didn't look intentional here.
Danny got a little lucky there, but he also made a spectacular play. He dropped down when they shot the puck. He couldn't see it, so he got a little lucky initially that didn't go in. But you got to count on some luck there. But he did a great job. He immediately located the puck and came across the crease to make another save. And that second save really was a very good one.
Now UMD able to win the draw again cleanly. They set up shot as they wait, they hold, they go across. Martella fires it. Oh, he fanned on the shot. Great chance, and Mark goes down after the play. Looks like he's okay. I believe he just fell.
I think he slipped a little bit there.
Well, ice is slippery, as they say. And Martella, like we mentioned, he is UMD's leading point scorer. He has the lead, whereas the lead by 8 points at 25. He has 25 points. The second leading scorer has 17. He had a good chance, but fanning on that one. Ice is also a little wet here. Wheaton has a tendency to do that between periods here and during practice as well, as we know. Now, as they still have possession of it down low, looking to center it in front. About 1:10 remaining here on the power play. UMD waits, they hold, they fire it. And a good bam play, but a better save by Mark as the puck never left the ice from the shot.
That actually was pretty good defensive zone coverage from the Cardinals. Maryland had the puck down below the net. They were expecting some pressure to come from the Cardinal defenseman in front. They never got it. There's no reason as the Cardinals to put pressure on him down there. He can't score from behind the net.
So Catholic told by their head coach to get their defensive zone coverage in gear, and so far they look good. Now UMD fires a shot from the point. Save made. Mark tried to glove it. It tipped off his glove downwards. Catholic can't get possession of it as a result. And UMD still with possession at the point. Looking for the pass at the left side. They've got it at the faceoff down. As they wait to hold, the pass goes across off his stick, or excuse me, off the boards, but they still have possession. Now they fire a shot. Right in on goal. Mark makes the save again.
Another nice save by Danny Mark. Defensive coverage pretty good there too, keeping the shots outside the dots, outside and below the dots if possible. But at the very least, the Cardinals have kept the puck outside the dots, which is exactly what you want on a penalty kill like this. Particularly for the box penalty kill they seem to be running.
Now, right side point again, down low face-off dot. They hold it, fire it, and it goes over the goal. And they still have possession of it as Catholic playing a bit conservative on this penalty kill here. The Penguin penalty kill, excuse me. Now, trying to move in, broken up by Catholic again. Good play by Hornick. Back at the point again, touch and go pass as they fire it in on goal, and Mark with a nice save with the glove.
Good glove save.
No rebound either.
Excellent glove save. As a matter of fact, for a second, it looked to me like that puck went in the net with a really great save. Good hard shot. And a good save by Danny Mark. And again, that was limited outside the dots. That shot took place.
Catholic not letting UMD, they're setting up, but they're not getting a lot of good shots from a lot of good areas here. Now at the point again, UMD trying to keep it in. They will. Time running out as it's even strength. Catholic killed it off. But UMD still with some time as they fire the shot in on goal. Deflection and just behind the goal. Didn't go in. Now another shot, and that went through the crease. UMD with some possession and good zone time here. Almost got it past Mark, but Martella has it again. Gets around the Catholic defense. Nice move. Loose in front. Hornick picks it up and lets it go behind his goal. And I will say, that was a full 2 minutes that UMD had in the offensive zone. And Catholic not able to get the puck down the ice, but did a good job defensively. Hornick now in over the line. He waits. He holds it. Takes his time, looking to center it in front. And back out to McQueenie. Puck rolled off his stick. UMD racing after it. Foster trying to get back as well as he makes a nice defensive play. Stops UMD from cutting in. Still loose in the high slot. They went for the one time at center, but it's broken down. Now going the other way. Catholic may have a rush, but they missed time on the pass. Mercer's still on sides, though, as he has it. Left side at the point. Goes back up the left side wing over to Hornick. That goes off his stick. Back behind the goal and back out towards the point it goes. Foster steps into a shot, deflected just wide. Catholic trying to stay with it, and they do. Here's another shot by Mercer. He missed the net on that one, and UMD will get to it and clear. 16-16 remaining here in the second period. UMD's offsides. They'll have to touch up. Shot back out of the zone. Now loose again at center, and Foster has it for Catholic. He's going to dump this in and go for a change. And UMD trying to clear. Good pressure from Catholic to keep it in the zone. Now it rolls out of the zone. It's loose. And UMD sidesteps away from the check of Will Brunner and gets it in over the line. Had it for just a moment, but Hornick gets to it first, and he is able to push it ahead, but only to center as UMD has it, and off a stick, it's back in behind the back into the Catholic end, and now behind the goal. So Henry has it across, left side. Pass up the boards over to Logan Selwyn, trying to get around the offense, and he takes a gigantic hit. My goodness, he's okay. Tough kid he is. Clean hit as well. They've had his head down when getting hit here. Now Henry trying to negate the icing, and they will not negate it. It would have also may not have been icing as well. Now loose into the high slot as Maryland took the shot, broken up again from the shot or point. Shot and a save made by Mark off the pads.
Danny Mark made that save with the very top of his pad. Something that hurts him sometimes. He tends to go down sometimes when he doesn't need to. But in that scenario, he made a great save just with the top of his pad. Really an excellent save, and I don't think he could have gotten it had he reached down with the blocker. So the right decision there to go down. He has been on his game all night. He's made the right moves. He's done the right thing. And now,
Oh my goodness.
Danny Mark was clearly putting his glove on. One official, as a matter of fact, was standing over there with him with his arm up in the air. And the linesman took it upon himself to drop the puck. So
that's a goalie's worst nightmare.
That's very unusual.
I've almost had that. I've never thought that I'd actually ever see that happen. But, you know, in high school, I was fixing a glove before a whistle or for a face-off. And luckily, it was caught at the last second. But I'd never seen that before. As Deininger dumps his puck into the zone. Russell will get his stick out in time and cover it up here.
Yeah, I tell you, I've seen maybe a goalie on the other end of the ice not ready when the puck was dropped, or even maybe in the zone, but never with an official standing right next to him, holding his arm up in the air to indicate no face-off.
Yeah, that was very interesting. Referees.
I'm not their biggest fan, of course.
They're doing their best job. That's the mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Now UMD in over the line at the right side. One-on-one trying to get around Joey Henry. Indirectly blocks it. I think he was facing the wrong way, but still blocks it. Puck into the corner at the right side. They wait. They hold it back out towards the point. They'll fire it in on goal. Oh, what a save by Mark. Sees it through traffic. A little unorthodox, but he makes the save. Now again a shot in on goal. Mark able to cover. Bounced around for a moment underneath his glove, but able to make the save again.
Yeah, he's been on point. I mean, you know, some pucks bouncing a little bit and maybe a little on the edge, but he's hopped right on top of him very quickly.
He sure has, and I would say he's an unsung hero of this game so far for
Catholic. Absolutely. I mean, we talked probably more about the Maryland goalie. Danny Mark has been just as much a part of it. He's made some great saves. Maryland could have easily have 2-3 goals.
I agree, especially on that power play as well. And Catholic's defense did a good job defending, but UMD was still getting some shots, and Mark did a great job not allowing any rebounds as well. Now at the right side corner, both teams battling for it. Lehan gets a stick up high as he hit a player up high, but play will continue. A shot from the slot just rolled high off the glass. Puck behind the goal, trying to settle it down as UMD. Catholic trying to get to it as well. And like we mentioned here, this is a bit of a pushback from Maryland here. No team is going to go away quietly, especially in this division here, as we know. And UMD's pushing hard right now to try and get themselves back into the game. And they're doing a good job of it as well, but Mark is standing in the way of that as we speak. Now in over the line again is UMD, broken up at the line by Catholic. Puck still free, loose, and trying to center. Oh, nice play by UMD. They had the pass, but no one was there to take it. Now deflected, or a shot in on goal. And saved by Nick Lehan as he played it to the corner. Got it with his stick. Now Lehan battling for it. Trying to push it across to Foster. He's able to get away from it. He's hooked a little bit. And the referee's arm stays down here. Still loose again. At the point, UMD floats it in back down low. It's off a stick. Into the corner, and Lehan goes hard into the boards, and he still can't get the puck. Trying to get it back to his forehand is UMD behind the goal, trying to center it in front, broken up by Merja. Merja has help coming with McQueenie, but Merja going to take it all the way to Russell, and he'll make the save.
You know, if you're just tuning in, the score is 6-0 Cardinals. It really makes the game look a lot different than it has been on its face. It's been rather evenly played for most of the, let's see, about 28 minutes we've played so far. And even you might say UMD has had more chances. Danny Mark has made some excellent saves. There were some interesting goals that happened earlier in the game.
That's for sure. And UMD in over the lines. They take the shot. Save made by Mark again. It's loose. Into the corner, right side. Donier takes a man hard into the boards. He still can't get the puck, though. UMD has it behind the goal. Looking to go back out towards the point. Back down low it goes once again. Behind the goal. Going to roll to Mark, and he's able to jump on top of it for another save. I don't think that was covered.
No, certainly not. That was not a very good whistle. Puck was definitely loose. As a goalie, we love those whistles. If you can get a little extra time, a fast whistle. You know, the referee, he didn't see the puck, and that's his prerogative. But the puck was very clearly loose.
UMD understandably not happy with the call. That's hockey for you sometimes. It's cleared all the way out through center. Combs in over the line, might have his step. Trying to get to it, and the puck rolled away from it the last moment. He floats it through the crease. Now Rasmussen trying to settle it down as well. Puck hopped over his stick as well. And here comes UMD in over the line. They're on sides. Left side trying to cut in. They fall down here. Henry will get to it. Push it up the boards. Right side by the faceoff dot. They'll take the shot or pass it down low. Now back behind the goal. Donier looks to keep it alive or help get it out of the zone. And indirectly he did as he lifted the player's stick as he was starting to pass the puck so it deflects out of play. Or excuse me, back into the neutral zone. Good play by Henry to meet his player at the line. Still loose again. Henry has it. Nice play to push him off the puck. Schwarzwater tried to sidestep around the defense or right forward, and once again it was played by UMD in on goal. Save made by Mark. Left side again. UMD walks it in. They'll fire the shot. Blocked away. Good play by Catholic. Falling down now is UMD. I don't believe it was a trip. Fell down on his own, and Catholic will play it all the way down, and icing will be the call. Schwarzwater had the clear step on towards the puck. He also took down a player in front as well as he did. Catholic bench is not happy. Coach Steven Terenzio very displeased with the call. And he did have a step, but at the same time he knocked the player down.
Yeah. I think it's probably an okay call. I think
agree.
a penalty probably could have been levied against Schwarzwalder.
Right, I agree.
So I think the Cardinals are probably best off to just take their licks and accept the icing call.
Right, exactly. 11:18 remaining here in the second period. Catholic still up 6-0. Now Brendan Johnson trying to push it up the wall at the left side. He's going to do it all the way down. Schwarzwater will get to it. It's a nice pass. Fires a shot. He missed it over the goal. Now Catholic was going for a change. Puck goes out of the zone. UMD trying to go the other way with it. They're not able to. Now it's loose at center, and UMD in on the puck has it at the right side. Good play by Johnson to try and bump the player off the puck. He's able to. Foster will get to it behind the goal. Foster to Schwarzwater, up ahead to Johnson. He's got a step. Johnson trying to settle it down, moving on in. Backhander shot, and it was partly knocked away. Good play by UMD to get back in time to knock away the chance. Now it's shot all the way back down. Going to roll to Daniel Mark, who makes the save. I believe Catholic shot it down, and Mark will slowly decide to cover this one up.
An interesting little tidbit that I'm inclined to mention. To a few zone entries ago, as Maryland entered the zone, it looked as though they wanted to get the puck to number 15 to get across the line, but he didn't turn his head in time. They actually ended up passing it through the legs of number 15 and recovering inside the zone. A somewhat unorthodox zone entry method, but whatever gets you across the line, huh?
Whatever works. And here comes Frankie Merger, 2-on-1, tried to get the pass across to McQueenie, and the puck just rolled off a stick. High flip play out of the zone. Catholic's been trying it in the second period. It almost worked that time. Well, it did work for the play, but they couldn't get the pass to go across. Now at the left side wall again, it's loose. Catholic trying to pick it up. So is Nick Lehan in for Catholic. Stepping up in the play is Merja again trying to cut in. He was met by a couple of UMD forwards, so elects to go back out towards the left side dot. Now into the middle, a shot taken, blocked away. It looked like it was Brunner up in the play. He couldn't get it. Now Merja has it, going to float it into the zone. It's going to grow behind to Russell. Russell elects to leave it for his defense. UMD is going to go D to D and try and catch Catholic off a change here if they can get the puck up through center. As they misfire on the pass, Lehan will go across to Foster. Foster trying to make a move, turns it over in the process, but gets it back as UMD missed on the poke check partly and overskated it as well. UMD will go D to D. They'll gain the line, or try to gain the line. It's broken up again by Selwyn. He's been quite a forechecker in this game so far, too. As UMD again at the center ice will shoot this back behind the goal. Trying to get to it is Martella for Catholic. He falls down to one knee, gets it back up, number 18 for UMD. We'll get his name in a moment here. Nice play from his knees. 18 back behind the right side, looking to center it in front. Back out towards the point. They wait, they hold, they fire it. The save made by Mark. Another nice save by the glove. 18 is, forgive me for mispronouncing this, I believe it's Ian Snoddy. Nice play from his knees.
Well, I must say this game really has calmed down. Even after the first few minutes, the game calmed down kind of for the second half of the few period, but it's been a much different game here in the second period.
8:59 remaining here in the second period. A shot taken off the draw, deflected up into the boards, still into the zone. UMD has it as they wait. Cross point pass and the shot taken and the save made by Mark. Saw it all the way. UMD's got to get some traffic in front, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would definitely be to their advantage, but they really have, I mean, credit to them. Down 6-0, they're playing like it's 0-0.
Sure are. As play continues in the defensive zone for Catholic, a whack at it by Mark. They made rebound and they can't finish it. Mark gets across in time. UMD just failed it. No, whoa, what a save! He gets across.
Splendid.
Oh my goodness, falling down and getting across was Mark with the glove.
That was a great save. The first save was good enough coming across the crease, but the second save, I mean, that's just spectacular. The catch he made as he was falling down.
My goodness, what a spectacular save. Back-to-back games with highlight reel saves. My goodness. Mark's still trying to keep a certain thing alive, and I won't mention it here because I know how things can go as a goaltender. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to continue to talk about it. Maybe after the game, depending on how it goes. Can't mention that certain word, as you know, John. Now loose at the line. In on sides is Catholic. Shoreswater back behind the goal. Johnson has it. Tried to go back behind the goal, loose in the crease, or in front of the goal. Play to the corner. And back behind the UMD net. Scott knocks the man down with the cross check. Penalty coming up here on Catholic, but trying to go down the other end is UMD. As they'll wait for some help to come up here. Maybe a high stick too on Deininger as well, but I believe it's only one call, and it will be. We'll wait and see. Gonna be a penalty.
Well, I'd like to harp again on that spectacular save made by Danny Mark. A spectacular set of saves made by Danny Mark, I should say. It made the first save diving across the crease, couldn't cover the puck up, ended up getting back out to the point, and as he fell down, he managed to stick his glove out and catch the puck. And Danny Mark loves to make a windmill with his glove. He spins it around in the air after catching the puck.
That was quite a great save. I'm not sure which one was better, the one tonight or the one against High Point, but talk about that more in the intermission here. Talking about the previous game as well with that save and compare the two. But power play for UMD. No one's got ahead in the box for high sticking, I believe. Now another shot taken by UMD as they have possession of it in the zone. But move it back out towards the point, the left side, and back down low at the right side. Face-off got looking to center it across. And now into the high slot. A shot was taken. It was broken up. At the point again. UMD walks the line. They'll push it back down low. It's Snoddy. Back it out towards the left side. Face-off dot now back out towards the point at the right side. They walk it in. elect not to take the shot. Snoddy back out towards the left side again to Carter Kelly. Scored against Catholic last game. Now across, they'll fire the shot, deflected into the safety net. Nice stick by Nick Lehan.
Once again, good tight defensive zone coverage by the Cardinals. They really have tightened things up. We know that can be one of their weaknesses is their defensive zone coverage. They've done a much better job. Now, they've been bailed out a few times by Danny Mark, but that's why the goalie is back there. I mean, that's why they call it a save. You bail out your team, and Danny Mark certainly has tonight.
6:47 remaining here in the second period. UMD trying to keep possession of it in the offensive zone. They've done a good job on this power play, setting up a lot of good chances here, but Catholic doing well defensively as well. Now Carter Kelly has it, the captain, across to Fajas. And the puck rolls off his stick or off the boards. Now he has possession of it. Fajas walks the line. He waits, he holds, goes out. One-time blast from the point, misses the net. Rebound back in front. Marked down. Where's the puck? It's behind the goal. Kelly has it again for UMD. Back out towards the point, the Snoddy left side point. He waits, he holds, fires it, deflected. Oh, what a save made by Mark again. Now trying to clear. They're able to. Schwarzwater ahead of the play. He has a break. In on goal, gets the puck back. Nice move. And the save made by Russell. What a save.
Well,
made.
a very nice save. Very nice save. An interesting choice in save tactic, but an excellent save. Stretched his left leg out there and made a save with the left pass.
Well, interesting enough, because Schwarzwater overskated the puck and with his long reach got the puck back. But
and just before that, a great save by Danny Mark. The puck actually went off the post after hitting Danny Mark. Came out, it had a UMD player been standing at the dot, may have been a goal. One was not.
Still on this power play here. A lot of good chances for UMD. Thwarted by Daniel Mark in goal. Now in over the line again is UMD. Catholic trying to clear. 3 seconds remain on the power play. They're going to kill this one off. So Scott's out of the box. It's going to hit the safety netting here as Johnson cleared it up. So Catholic killed off the penalty. 5:44 remaining here in the second period. No goals to report here in the second. 6-0 to score.
A rare double positive on 2 power plays this period so far for UMD. They've really run a very good power play. They've had possession for a significant portion of the time, I'd say close to 90%. But the Cardinals have run a good penalty kill. They haven't been too aggressive. They've just been sitting back, not giving UMD any great chances, and keeping the puck out of the net.
Now a shot from the point was taken. With 5:40 remaining here in the second period. UMD has ozone time. And Catholic really has not had a lot of shots here in the second either. It's mainly been a lot of defensive play for Catholic as Mark makes another nice save. Here comes Mercer up the left side, trying to get in over the line. He does, takes the shot, and it's in. Oh, off his ankle was Russell. Mercer scores 7-0 Catholic. Just like that when I said there was nothing going for Catholic offensively in the second. Must have heard me. I don't know how they did, but hey, 7-0. Someone must have the stream on the
Well, that has been the story of the game so far. UMD has some chances, kept out of the net by Danny Mark. I told you it's the tale of 2 goaltenders. And then Catholic comes back, only 1 or 2. They've only had a handful of shots this period, but they catch Russell off his angle, and it's 7-0.
Now, this is not official, but I just want to say, Mercer had the opening goal in the first period. He had 2 assists as well. That brings him to 4 points on the night, 2 goals, 2 assists so far for Frankie Mercer. And adding that up from his previous total, from his total last game, he's at 13 points on the season so far, and that would be in 17 games, now 18 games. So a good game for him so far. Now shot back into the zone. And Catholic wasn't over the red line that time. It'll be icing here, I believe, on Catholic.
Yeah, well, Frankie Mercer, like myself, doesn't like to lose. And he's been one of the Catholic players that really has taken it upon himself to try and pick this team up, get the team to keep playing through what was a very rough stretch of play for a while, and is, as you see, infusing the team with some energy, some goals, some points, getting himself and the team on the board.
And he has truly been a leader so far for this team down the stretch, definitely when they need it the most, and he's also backing it up on the ice here, like you mentioned. 4-point night so far. We'll see if that can continue to change throughout the second period and the rest of the game. The in over the line again is UMD. Save made Mark. Rebound was loose off the stick. Cleared out by Catholic just towards the point. Back down low behind the goal. Foster trying to stay with it. Danny Mark's stick was knocked out of his hands here.
And the net was off its mooring. I was waiting for the official to notice that. He did finally, blew his whistle. I don't know how Danny Mark lost his stick on that play, but fortunately for him, the net was also knocked off its mooring. And he recovers, he grabs his stick, and get back into position.
I believe the player that was by the net, Mark's butt end of his stick was caught. He ran into it and knocked out of his hand.
Yeah, that'll happen. Danny Mark, also like me, likes to use a somewhat larger butt end on the end of his stick. Helps him to grip the stick when he plays the puck.
Hasn't had to do that so far in this game. We'll see if that changes. Now Schwarzwater in over the line has it, gets around the defense, looking to center in front. Goes to try to go all the way. And I thought that puck was in the back of the net. Maybe we just missed it. It looked like it for a quick moment here.
Certainly bounced up in the air.
Awkward bounce, especially where we're standing here. It's hard to tell sometimes. As play continues in the O-zone, 4:20 remaining here in the second period. Man knocked down in front for Catholic. Play will continue here. As Deininger able to keep it in the neutral zone. UMD barely gets on sides. They fire in on Mark off the crossbar. What a shot. And Mark getting saved by the bar that time. Now, loose in front of the goal. Catholic trying to clear at the right side. Looking to center it in front. It's off a stick and just through the crease. Trying to stay with it now is UMD. It's shot taken, and Mark again ready for that one. The save made again.
Good save by Danny Mark. And well, they say it's a game of inches. On that series, it certainly was. A diving play by the University of Maryland to get on sides and make it into the zone legally. And then they just miss getting their first goal of the night. Hits the outside of the crossbar, bounces out.
As they say, sometimes you got to be good to be lucky, and lucky to be good. And, well, Catholic has done that tonight, that's for sure. Now, back behind the goal, Catholic will have to start up again. Lehan had it. He tried to go up the boards to McQueenie, but it was off a stick now. UMD will have possession, but good read by McQueenie to break that up. And he gets the puck ahead to Merja as it was blocked. Tried to kick it back to his feet. That was broken up. Kelly through the middle. Nice pass, and UMD actually had a rush. It was a 4-on-1, but they messed up on the pass. Now back down low, looking to center it in the high slot, though. Backhanded in on goal. Save made Mark. Push it back into Marcus Catholic. Save made. And the arms coming up after the play. Lehan getting in the face of a UMD forward. Looked to be maybe a bit of a punch as well.
In somewhat of a David versus Goliath matchup, Nick Lehan, not a small person, up against a much larger UMD adversary there. He did seem to throw some punches up in the air. I don't think they really phased the Maryland player. They seem to be some fruitless punches for Lehan, so I think that's why the refs are going to let it go.
As UMD behind the Catholic net. Oh man, knocked down. I wasn't sure if that was the same player that got hit or it was punching earlier. I don't believe it was. Or play will continue here. Down low at the right side, or left side, excuse me, looking for the puck in the high slot. Off a stick. Getting it back was Snoddy. He tried to. Off his stick. And Catholic through the middle of the ice. Here they come. Hornick has it. Maybe looking to go all the way. Liked to do it a lot last year. And puck, he was trying to maybe pass it, but it was off his stick. He takes the man hard into the boards. Puck at center was knocked away by UMD. They have it one more time and trying to push it up into the zone of Carter Kelly. He has it. And on the oversides, here comes Snoddy. Drags the puck, shoots it. And a save made by Mark again.
Good save by Danny Mark. I would definitely say that Maryland has had the majority of the chances this period, and yet Catholic has the only goal. So, first of all, spectacular play by Daniel Mark. Really excellent. He's made some great saves. He's made some routine saves. He's gotten a little help from his defense, a little more than usual, I'd say. Still not a ton, but he's doing his best back there, and he's did a great job.
He's doing a spectacular job in goal tonight as well. Again, I think he's an unsung hero here, and I think as the more this game goes on, he's starting to slowly become maybe one of the stars of the game for Catholic slowly.
I know we've sung him.
That's for sure. I think anytime any of our goalies play well, we're always a little bit more inclined to talk about them. Just a bit of bias from
Yeah, only a little bit.
just a bit. Now, Catholic able to win the defensive zone draw. They shoot it all the way down. They're going to call this no icing here. Linesman had his arm up, but they'll put it down at the last moment here. As I say, UMD could have touched this. Now, Catholic in their own end. Defense goes D to D. Deininger trying to force the issue, and offside is UMD, but they get the puck back. And with some room now is Martella, and another great save by Mark in the glove. My goodness.
Danny Mark is putting on a clinic in net today.
I have to say here, too, good number of Catholic fans.
Quite a few
I
people.
just saw that, looked over that way. They really started to show out for their team tonight.
And they've been loud, too. It's been an exciting game. There's been a lot to cheer for.
That's for sure. looking for their second win of the second semester, their 6th win overall on the season here. Catholic doing what they've needed to do so far. And I think Coach Steven Terenzio said it was only a matter of time before they finally got a couple of goals in the first period to finally start going their way. As loose at center, Johnson was trying to center it.
There's a door open.
Yeah, penalty box door opened up there for a moment. Good play. The puck didn't go in there. Puck almost took a penalty. Anyway, play will continue back behind the goal. Foster sidesteps a hit. That's kind of bumped off it. Still loose, walking it in is UMD. Another save by Mark. Man, oh man, is he locked in.
I don't know how he saw that one.
I'm not sure either. Good blocker save. About a minute 15 remaining here in the second period. Down the right side wing is Brendan Johnson looking to center it in front. Elects to push it back up the right side boards. Johnson trying to get back to it. He will. Johnson trying to step away and shimmy away from a couple players. He's knocked down to his knees, still loose. And UMD flings it out through center, trying to get ahead of Matthew Hornick as UMD. And here they are with the left side face-off, that looking to push it in front's going to roll to Mark. And he'll make a save as they dig away at it. UMD was. And now he starts to walk away from the fray. Hugh Cohen looking to stir the pot a little bit.
I'm going to sing some more praises of Daniel Mark, not on that play, but on the play before. He did an excellent job of looking around a screen in order to make an extra save. You know, a lot of times the goalie won't be attributed goals that take place through a screen. And you know, so sometimes they'll give up a little, they'll just go down and cut away. He took the extra initiative. He looked around the screen and made sure he kept that puck out of the net.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, he's fighting for something. And as a goaltender myself, I will not be mentioning what that is. I'm sorry. I'm superstitious. I don't know if you are about that specifically, but I am. I've had instances where somebody will mention this certain word and it goes against you. So I'll just keep it at that.
I'm not a very superstitious person, but in the interest of you and Danny Mark, who is extremely superstitious, I mean, to the point of regiment,
yep,
the man is superstitious. So for him, I will keep my large mouth shut.
This play continues here. McQueenie, good play. 2-on-1, 30 seconds left. Merger trying to go back to McQueenie. He finishes it. Wow, my goodness, 8-0 Catholic.
And that was a spectacular play. I mean, there will be no blaming the Maryland goalie for that. That was a beautiful, marvelous play by the Cardinals.
Beautiful play. Not much time left, but enough for that one. McQueenie, second of the game, and that will be his 4th goal on the season. Good play from Merja. Merja, 5 points now.
Merja is on a roll, and unselfishly, too. 3 of his points are assists, and on that one, he dished it right over to McQueenie, who buried it in the back of the net.
Well, now we've got 2 players on hat trick watch here. I don't know if you've got a hat to throw, John. We'll wait and see. Maybe I'll have to find one somewhere. But hey, 10 seconds remaining here in the second period. Draw was won by Catholic at the line. Hornick walks it. He has it. He waits, fires it, looking for maybe a pass in front, but it was partly blocked. UMD gets to it. They'll shoot it out of the zone or try to. It's going to roll to Russell. And that's it. After the second period, the score, 8-0 in favor of your Catholic Cardinals.
Well, that was a good period for the Cardinals in terms of plus or minus. Obviously, they scored 2 more goals, increased their lead to 8-0. I do think that in the locker room we're going to see some upsetness, especially from Coach Terenzio. I don't think he's going to be very happy about that period. Maryland had the puck for 90% of it. The reason that they're plus minus, quite frankly, is because Danny Mark made some spectacular saves, and they scored some good goals, particularly on that 2-on-1 at the end there. But overall, I mean, Maryland had the puck for a larger portion of that period. The D-zone coverage was not spectacular. I think it's going to be a period they're unhappy with, even though they'll be thrilled with the result.
Well, they absolutely will be in that sense. And the score-wise, of course, but like you mentioned, the D-zone coverage, a little better in my opinion, but Maryland pushed back.
Definitely
they're down
better.
Big in this game, but they're just trying to make it respectable. And, of course, they're going to play hard. Every team would in this league. And, again, I think Maryland is maybe, well, I'm not going to say due, but I'm going to say they had a lot of good chances here that they would have liked to finish on.
Absolutely.
Keep it that way. Well, we'll be back for a second period intermission report. A lot to talk about here. A touchdown in the they went for 2 and got it that time. They're up 8-0 after 2 periods of play. We'll be back. Second period intermission report. And welcome back to the second period intermission report, live from the Wheaton Ice Arena. Catholic playing against the University of Maryland here tonight, and they're up by a touchdown. And they went for 2 as well, 8-0 after 2 periods of play. Catholic, not the better team in the second period. I'm going to be completely honest, they were not the better team. They did score 2 goals, though. They were both late in the period. Frankie Mercer scored. It was one I think Thomas Russell would like back. He was off his angle. He got beat under the arm, and one he would like back. But the 8th goal was spectacular. Great play. Matthew McQueenie finished off a great 2-on-1 rush with Frankie Mercer. It was a great play, and they looked in sync the entire play. Great finish as well.
Yeah. If you just looked at the score, you would be totally fooled as to what has actually progressed here in the game. I mean, the events that have transpired do not in any way reflect an 8-0 lead by the last place team in the division over the first place team in the division. The first place team in the division, Maryland, has outplayed the last place team in the division. They have had the puck more. They have had more chances. And the pucks are just going into the net for Catholic. Everything's going their way tonight. It's not that they've played poorly in some way. I mean, they've played well. But they've got shots on net, obviously. I mean, you need to shoot to score. But the game has been much more evenly matched than the score might reflect.
Now, the second period, I mean, they had 2 power plays, I believe, and UMD was in the zone the entire time. They can run a good power play with those 5 players they had on the ice, working the points very well, working the face-off dots very well, and behind the net as well. And Catholic was playing rather conservative in that second period on the penalty kill. Sometimes they're a bit more aggressive, and UMD, I compliment them on this. Their power play movement was spectacular. Mark had some great saves, but in a sense, they had some great, I'm just going to say that's some great opportunities, that's for sure.
They did. They moved the puck well. They set themselves up well. They ended up in good positioning. Only once or twice did Catholic end up going the other way. They had the puck for most of the time. They've run a good power play, and they have been stifled by a red-hot Danny Mark,
yes,
who is on his best game that we've seen so far this season, much reminiscent of his great season last year. He unfortunately was faced with some challenges in the beginning of this season. He didn't win a game for a while. He just won his first game last weekend. Now it looks like he's on his way towards his second win here, and he's really locked himself in. He's found his mid-season form. He looks great.
Yeah, this is when if there's any point in this season where Catholic really needed to turn it around, it came to the very last day where they really had a chance, and they had to have it. And Mark, and honestly the rest of the Catholic team, has really showed up today, that's for sure.
Definitely. And, sometimes with a goaltender, you'll analyze it and say, all right, maybe this is how we need to beat him. Here's what we're doing, and here's what we need to do to beat him. In this scenario, I mean, it hasn't mattered what University of Maryland has done. They have tried different tactics. They've made it move side to side. They've created chaos in front of the net. They've taken shots from the point. They've taken shots from the slot. They've taken shots from the dots. He's been everywhere. He's been unstoppable. He's been moving back and forth. I don't have a strategy right now that if I were the coach of Maryland that I could give them and say, here's what you need to go out there and do. I mean, they just keep hammering away, but tonight just might be one of those nights where Danny Mark is Danny Mark and he's on his game.
Absolutely has been. Well, if you're waiting for more Catholic Cardinals action, look ahead just to Saturday. They'll play Newman University at Laurel Ice Arena next Saturday. Coverage is we'll start at 9:05 for a 9:20 puck drop. It's about 45 minutes from campus. We're looking to make the trip to Laurel Ice Gardens. And on Sunday, they will play Salisbury University at 2:40 p.m. It's a league game. We'll have coverage beginning at 2:25 p.m. The game's at the Center Ice Rink in Harrington, Delaware. About an hour and a half ride from campus if you're looking to make the trip, of course. That is a league game for Catholic, so again, another must-win. But we'll see what Catholic can do in this third period. Catholic, UMD, ready to open the third. Scott not able to win the draw. UMD is able to. They'll go D to D, and with the setup in the zone, going to go across. Picked up by Johnson, actually takes a stick in the face, maybe in a glove accidentally, but Catholic comes away with it at the right side wall. Schwarzwater runs into the referee. Now it's loose behind the goal. UMD trying to stay with it. Catholic trying to force the issue. This time they almost do. It's loose at the line. Schwarzwater has it, looks to cut in off a stick, and Scott now on the attack puts it back down low for Schwarzwater. Again, it's off a stick. Coming up in the play is Matthew Hornick to break it up. And it's still loose as neither team can get a real stick on it. And again, it comes free, and Bounces to UMD as they're in over the line at the left side. They'll fake the one-timer, drop it off at the point. Snotty has it for UMD. It's loose. They'll try and put it in front. They like to go back out towards the point. And back down low to Ian Snotty. As he holds, he waits, and back at the line, and offsides as UMD. They'll have to regroup it. Schwarzwater was right behind him trying to force the play going the other way. He couldn't that time, and Catholic going for a change. UMD will here as well as they float this puck into the zone. Behind the goal is Hornick, trying to get away from the Catholic UMD forwards. Gets around one and another. Here he comes through center, roaring on through. Trying to get around the defenseman. He waits, he holds. By the goal line, tried to do a 360 with the puck. He does, still has it. Now he's knocked off the puck at the last moment here. And the puck's still loose. McQueenie picks it up, looks to center it across for Frankie Merja. It's still loose. And picked up, here comes Martella. Trying to get around Joey Henry. He might have a step. Martella all the way! And he can't finish it. Oh my goodness, Mark got across.
I think that was a save.
And then Mark, I believe it was too. I wasn't sure if it hit off the boards. I think Mark got enough of it with his pad.
I think so too.
And still alive for his, well, you know what. Merja has it. Left side at the point. Looks to push it back down low. And Lehan has it now. By the goal line. Trying to go back out to Henry. A little too hard off the pass. Going the other way. 2-on-1 is UMD. They'll wait. Fire it, and they missed the goal. Good opportunity. Couldn't finish it that time. Now, Fajas has it. Looks to push it back further into the zone. It's blocked. But it did go back actually down low by the point. Henry across to Deininger. Merja up the wall. Lehan has it. He's going to be all by himself as Catholic goes for a change. And behind the goal now, Russell will leave it. Oh, man, what a hit by Lehan. Clean check, maybe a little bit after the whistle, as he didn't like it, but Lehan with a gigantic hit knocking the player down.
I'm beginning almost to wonder if there's some sort of target on the wall behind that net over there. I mean, Maryland, they've just missed the net in the same place. That's at least 3 or 4 times now. We also failed to inform you earlier, I sincerely apologize, that Joey Henry, usually a forward, has been playing on defense today, and he's been doing a very good job so far. He almost got beat there once or twice, but that's the first time it's happened all game, and he got back.
Now, puck's going to roll to Mark, and he's able to jump on top of it. Slowly went to Mark. Referee was hesitant to blow the whistle here. And sometimes this late in the game, when there's some room around you, referee tells you to play it out. I would tell you, most goaltenders usually don't like to in that sense. You're looking down at the puck, and you can't see who's near you. It takes a second, you play it out, and sometimes you play it right to the other team. But Mark with a safe play there covers up. Now left side point deflected, and whoa, into the safety netting that time.
Yeah, usually the referees in a situation like that will hesitate to blow the whistle. And usually the goalie will hold on to it for a little longer, and they'll eventually blow the whistle. They won't force the goalie to play the puck. They'll just give some extra time in case maybe they can get it done.
Now Selwyn along the left side wall trying to chase this puck down. It's not going to be icing as UMD could have played this. UMD left side trying to go up the wall. Puck is loose at center. Selwyn trying to get back. He's got a lot of real good speed of this. And oh my goodness, big check missed by Matthew Hornick. UMD will come away with the puck as a result. It's loose. Keegan pushes it further ahead, trying to chase after it. And UMD pushing it through the middle. Here they come left side. In over the line by the face-off. A shot, and Mark nonchalantly gloves it down again.
I think that puck was probably going to go over the net, but I also think it was a very wise play by Daniel Mark to reach up and grab it. There have been a lot of pucks behind those boards down there, and they've been somewhat unpredictable, kind of bouncing around. So definitely a good decision there. Cover the puck up, get a face-off.
Now off this draw in the defensive zone. It's won by UMD. They'll win it out of the zone here. They'll have to go back and reset. Now at the line, Johnson keeps it in down low to Shoreswater. He's got it. Trying to get it back to his stick. Scott plays it down, pushes it further into the zone. It's loose. And going up the middle of the ice is UMD. Getting back in time was Joey Henry, the defenseman. Nice play. Now, UMD gets it in at the line. They'll shoot it back into the zone. Joey Henry going to have to chase after. He's going to be taken down with a good hit. Puck still loose. Both teams trying to whack at it and get to it. And trying to come away with that puck is Scott. It's loose again, and Willis of Shoreswater indirectly gets around the defense. So Catholic overskates the puck, and UMD going the other way as they partly fall down. And playing from his knees is UMD. They'll play it across again. And Joey Henry from the right side. Now at the other side, Deininger trying to stay with it. Henry over to Deininger in his defensive zone. Looking for the centering feed. Off the mark. Almost had Shoreswater for a breakaway. He was trying it. Jackson's trying to combine on that play to the tune of don't stop till you score enough. Well, I don't know if maybe they have that game in this game, but you never know. Now, UMD trying to find it in at center. Still back in the zone. It was shot back in the zone. Right side, it's intercepted by Matthew McQueenie. Good play to force the turnover. And loose again. Oh, man, Lehan took the shot. He was hit right afterwards, and it went over the goal. Now Hornick has it, walks the line, fires it, and missed the goal on that one behind the glass. That's been a fun target the Cardinals have liked to hit this game, too, I will say. They've also done a good job hitting the net, too. Now at the point again, Hornick kicks it in the zone. It's still, oh, they're going to say this was offsides. I thought it was onside, but Hornick was out of the zone when he kicked it in. Now UMD across at center and over the line once again. Walking it towards the high slot. They'll look for the pass down low. It's loose in the crease and just away from Mark. Now again at the goal line. Behind the goal, looking to center, in front, and almost in, and Mark locked in again. Jumps on top of it.
Very nice save there in front. My heart began racing. As a matter of fact, the puck was loose right there in front. I hate when that happens. But fortunately, he was there. He was right in front of it, and it ended up coming into his chest. Also an interesting play before. A Maryland player made a very nice play with his stick from the ice, but it was an ill-advised play as it was his own player that he sticked the puck away from. Ended up being a Catholic chance back the other way. It was great that he made the extra effort, but he would have been better off had he just lied over and played dead.
Well, off this it's a good one. That was a good one, John. I'll give you that one. Loops in the defensive zone. Shot back out the center. 2-on-1 for Catholic. Scott's going to push it back into the zone.
I rattled the great man.
He did. The Scott has it. Excuse me. Cardinals are up in the play here. UMD has it in over the line. Has to look to center it off a stick, Mark's stick, and deflected into the safety netting again. Whistle blows. 14:05 remaining here in the third. 8-0 the score. Still in favor of Catholic.
Good play. I'm beginning to sound like a broken record when I say good play by Danny Mark. But that's something that's overlooked a lot by goaltenders. When they make a stick save, some goaltenders either leave the puck in front or hit it out to the corner. Of course, what you want to do with a stick save is stick the puck up into the netting, create a face-off. And that's exactly what he did there with seeming ease, frankly.
Would you be so kind to do that demonstration in front of the camera next time, John? Maybe they could see you. But nonetheless, good save by Mark. Play continues here. It's loose in at center. Scott trying to get to it again. Had a puck roll off his stick. Now he gets it back. Scott across the diner, indirectly gets to it. Has it in his defensive zone. He's got a goal so far tonight. Shoreswater across looking for Johnson off the bounce. He has it. In over the line, going all the way. He scores! 9-0 Catholic. Johnson with a great feed from Jackson Shoreswater. Johnson second of the game. And it's 9-0 CUA.
That was a great play by Brendan Johnson. Russell didn't really see him coming in, and he ended up getting the puck with such blazing speed that it was too much to catch up with him. It was a really nice play by Brendan Johnson. Didn't try to do too much, make too many moves, just went right in with as much speed as he could muster, buried the puck in the back of the net.
Well, there have been a lot of plays for Johnson this year where he'll try too many toe drags, in my opinion, or
exactly
too many moves. That time makes just enough. And put the puck in the back of the goal. Now here, Mark makes another nice glove save. As UMD is starting to pour, they already have, but they're continuing to pour the shots on Mark. You know, it's not like it's a 9-0 game and Mark's only made like 10 saves. I mean, he's been active in this game a lot. It hasn't been. Oh, and now in the high slot, a shot again. The save made by Mark.
Great save.
But like I said, he's had them inactive the entire game. And these are actually games where goaltenders tend to thrive in. I mean, you play in a game where a goalie will only make 15 saves, 10 saves through the course of the game. It's hard to focus, but luckily for Mark, it actually is better when you face shots consistently throughout the entire game. You never go cold. As the play will continue. Catholic can get the puck in on net. Here comes UMD. Trying to get around. Oh, a massive hit by Matthew Hornick. Sticks come up, and they're battling with each other now. Now they're away from each other. I'm going to see what this penalty is on. I believe this could be coincidental, but UMD might be going to the box instead of Matthew Hornick.
I think it'd be coincidental.
It is going to be coincidental here.
It was a little bit of a late hit by Matt Hornick. I think he could have gotten away with it if the UMD player didn't pull him down. After the UMD player pulled him down, I think they decided it was best to give both players penalties.
Smart play, keep the game in check. This is not a game you want to see get out of hand with physicality, especially with the score. You know they're frustrated. They're not happy, of course, but things could boil over in just an instant. Just with the way things have gone for UMD. Evan Steinberg in the box for Catholic. Matthew Hornick in the box for CUA. Coincidental minor should be 4 on 4 for 2.
And I will say, the game is 9-0. The team with the nothing absolutely has more shots, without doubt.
I'll agree with that. There's no official shot totals for this game that I was able to take a look at during the game. There might be after the game. But I will agree with you, John. There is, and it's a sizable difference, too. It's not like it's close. It's a big difference that UMD has the edge in shots. Now Schwarzwater has it, walks it in, takes the shot, the save made by Russell. Catholic was looking for the rebound, trying to get the big double digits on the board here. We'll have to wait and see if that's possible. That's Henry now. Battles with a player at the right side board. It's Martella, who's their best player points-wise for UMD. He hasn't been a non-factor tonight, but again, Mark has been strong and he's thwarted his plans at a goal. You know, anybody on UMD is looking for a goal at this point. Now Johnson walks into the slot indirectly to Schwarzwater, takes a shot, deflection, score! 10-0 Catholic. Deininger, second of the game. The Jacksons, now they're singing, don't stop till you score enough. Nice play there, 10-0 to score.
I don't know what that deflected off of, but it took a wicked turn, if I may use my Boston accent. I mean, that puck went in a totally different direction than it appeared to originally have been going in, and ended up just barely making it into the net even. You know, great play. The puck is bouncing Catholic's way tonight.
It absolutely is, and double digits on the board for Catholic. Who would have saw this coming heading into this game? Heading into this game, I expected this to be a game where Catholic was going to have a close game.
We knew it was a winnable game.
Yes.
I didn't predict this.
No, I don't believe anybody did. And anybody in this building. I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. Now Merja has it. Back out towards the point, Lehan. And off Merja, stick down low to McQueenie. Catholic, I don't believe anybody has any hat tricks in this game so far. There are several players with 2 goals here, but nobody with a hat trick here. As McQueenie has it now. Shot taken. Save made Russell. Again, Merja has it. And you got 2 players on the ice now looking for a hat trick here. It's Merja and McQueenie, so we'll see if either of them can score. 4 on 4 still. Don't have the coincidental minors on the board. I have to imagine there's about 40 seconds left. Now McQueenie back to Merja in front off a stick. Deflects wide. UMD trying to go the other way. Nice play by Foster at the line to keep it in. Now it's out of the zone as they cleared away from him. This will be icing on UMD. 11:04 remaining here in the third period. 10-0. I mean that. 10-0 to score.
Interestingly, we say often in closer games, for the team that's up, the game seems to be taking forever. For the team that's down, the time seems to be flying by. When there's a 10-0 lead, it takes forever for both teams. Because when you're down 10-0, you just want to get at it. You want to move on, get your head straight, get ready for the next game. And when you're up 10-0, you're enjoying it, but you don't want you let the other team score, let them get in it, let them change the dynamic of the game. So the time is not waning by for either team.
Time keeps on ticking here in this third period. About under 11 to go here, I believe. One team was UMD was off sides here. They're pretty frustrated. I don't believe there was there may be a.
There's some sort of discussion going on with the clock operator.
As they might say this.
I see 2 players in the penalty box. One of them is leaving the penalty box. I think the puck is going inside the zone.
Nothing flashed up on the clock here. It's...
Oh, you know what I think? I think the problem was with the 2 penalties, which shouldn't be on the board because they're coincidental, but maybe they weren't sure what time the players were leaving.
Oh, I believe... Yes, that's right. It's now they come out of the box. I feel like it's been over 2 minutes, but I could be completely wrong here. Wasn't watching the clock completely. As it rolls the mark in front, he can't cover. It's loose again, trying to get it away from danger here. Scott has it again, trying to push it up the wall to Johnson, and he'll just float it out the center here. 10:20 remaining here in the third period. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Trying to stay with it. Again, a big hit along the boards by Scott. Loose again, fired in on goal, and Mark again holds on for another save.
Yeah, I think we got straightened out whatever problem there was before. Of course, when there are coincidental minors, the penalties don't go up on the board. That could be confusing. But it is still the clock operator's duty to maintain those penalties so that the two players know when it is that they'll be leaving the box. And I think they lost track of that or weren't notified in some way.
I believe it partly was, yes. Now, play continues here, back behind the Catholic goal. In front, it's loose, picked up by Merja. Right side, you know he's looking for three. Gets one, oh, takes a big hit. Play continues here. Merja's back up. Play continues, and now Chaos breaking free. Big hit on Merja. McQueenie steps in. And man, oh man, I looked this to be a bit of a high hit on that one, that's for sure.
Matthew McQueenie at about 5'6", 120 is going up currently against a kid that I'd say is at least 6'2", 6'3", probably 220.
He's not one to back down from a fight, that's for sure.
He's not bleeding, so I don't know why he's
no.
such
One of the players came over from UND trying to check if he was bleeding.
I think he was using the glass as a mirror.
As a mirror, yes. And UMD coach wants a penalty on Matthew Hornick for jumping into that hit. He might have the... He won't be completely wrong here. And I will say, it can't be a Catholic game without some drama, that's for sure.
Always some penalty drama at the end. Normally, it's because Catholic is frustrated.
Right.
In this situation, it's Maryland that's understandably frustrated.
And they took their anger out in a hit on Frankie Merja. John, I missed it partly. I was looking at it, but I was looking at the puck with McQueenie. Tell me, do you think that hit was a little dirty? Do you think it was clean?
It bordered on the line to me. If I'm a referee, that's not a hit I call a penalty on, but it's definitely a hit that you take umbrage about if you're the team that got hit. It was a hard hit. I don't think it was very late, but it was a very hard hit. And it's the kind of thing that upsets your team.
Absolutely. I believe Merja is okay. He's on the bench. Hornick is getting, I believe the penalty box door is open here.
I think definitely there's a penalty on Matthew Hornick.
And there should be. He did jump into it. There wasn't any reason for that. And you're up 10-0 here. You're sticking up for a teammate, I understand. But there's still no room for that.
And he ended up knocking a helmet off the opposing player.
He did,
and that always, no matter what, makes everything look a little worse than it is.
Makes it easy for the referee to spot. And Merja is on the bench, I believe. I didn't see him go back to the locker room. We would have saw him skate off the ice. I think he's okay. Clean, hard hit, but he seemed like he got right up. He was fine.
He's a pretty tough kid. Looking over at him, I think looks like he's just taking some water over there. I think he's okay.
And McQueenie also had a good partly breakaway. Everybody was distracted.
Now they're putting up on the board a penalty against Maryland. I can't help but wonder if Maryland is going to end up on a penalty kill here. That would surprise me, frankly.
Hornick's in the box as well, so I think it's coincidental again. And it looks like only 4 players on the ice for UMD. They have 5. Catholic might be shorthanded unless it's a 5-minute call on Matthew Hornick. We'll have to wait and see. They're still talking it over with the referees here.
Yeah, I don't seem to be speculating very well, so we'll let them tell us what's going on, and then we'll tell you.
Well, sometimes when it's just me doing the broadcast, I will say, like, I'll just try and figure it out, and I'll be completely wrong. So, at least I can talk about it with someone else.
Let me tell you, sometimes even on the bench, I don't know what's going on.
Right. So it looks like it's just coincidental minors that will come out of this.
And it also looks like they're putting them up on the board this time, which, again, is not the typical procedure. Usually you do not put coincidental minors up on the board. But for whatever reason, they seem to be having trouble keeping track of them off the board. So this way there'll be no confusion.
So 9:58 remaining here in the third period. 4-on-4 action. Players tumble to the ice right off the draw. Another big hit. Oh, McQueenie stepped in this UMD forward, and he looked like he was going to go right back at him for a moment here. McQueenie's not a big kid, but plays hard and sticks up for his teammates. He didn't like the hit on Frankie Merja, that's for sure.
He's a spitfire, that one.
That's absolutely right. Little rascal. Now it's loose. Picked up by Catholic. McQueenie has it. Takes a whack. And keeps on trucking into the zone. He's going after it. Player skating away from him. Number 28, Jack Powers. Trying to get away from the forecheck. He drops it off to Brunner, who takes the shot. The save made. Now loose again. Catholic going for a change. Minute 10 remaining here on the 4-on-4. 9 minutes remaining here in the third. Bouncing puck to the front of the goal. Johnson trying to stay with it for Catholic. And loose again. It's out of the zone. Catholic not able to get back to it. Brunner takes a big takes the man off the puck, but tried to take the man off the puck. That was off the stick again. Now it rolls to the side of the goal. And back at the faceoff dot, turned over to Joey Henry, defenseman up in the play. And we know he's played wing a lot this year too. All by himself is Henry. He waits, he holds, he fires it, partly blocked off the stick. Now it's behind the goal. And Catholic looking to partly force that issue. They're going for a change here. So it's only Shoreswater. Now Johnson will be joining him behind the goal. Shoreswater looking to center it in front. He's got it. He waits, fans in the puck, gets it back by the side, left side now behind the goal. Shoreswater. 20 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4, 8:20 remaining here in the third. Shoreswater has it. Back out to Johnson. He waits, looking for the centering feed. It's off a stick. Good poke check by Russell. We got a piece of that. And defenseman backed up for Catholic to try and get it away from around Jacob Foster. They will. 2-on-1. They wait. Fire it. The save made by Mark.
Good save.
Off the pads. My goodness. Another great save. Now at the point again. UMD walks it in. Nice move by Martella. Trying to finish it. All the way. Oh, he missed the net. Great opportunity. And he couldn't even put it on goal. Now, once again, the 4-on-4 over, both players out of the box. 7:45 remaining here in the third period. Looking to center in front. And it just went off the stick. Another shot. Save made by Mark. That's broken up again. UMD still with possession. Oh, another great save by Mark. Glove save. He's in the zone tonight.
I'll tell you how you can see how focused in Danny Mark is. You always say being a good goalie is about making the saves. Being a great goalie is about how you make the saves. UMD came in with what essentially was a 2-on-1, and they took a shot at Danny Mark's pad, which is what you typically do in an attempt to get a rebound that you can bang in. And Danny Mark made the save with his pad and managed to kick the puck in the opposite direction, which is very difficult to do, much more difficult than it may look, and that's really what makes the difference. Because if you kick that puck out and it gets banged in, no one blames you, but it's still a goal up on the board. And so he's going that extra mile, making the saves the right way.
Now Catholic. Mercer could have sprung McQueenie. Now he does. Left side, looking to cut in. Elects to pass. High slot runner. Back to Mercer, looking to finish it for three, and he couldn't that time. It was partly blocked. Behind the goal. Catholic still forechecking very well. They're up by a lot, as we know, and they're still playing hard. Donier gets knocked down, gets the puck away, but he turns it over to Martella. Martella walks it in, fires it, and another save off the blocker. Mark, spectacular.
Great blocker save. I'd be very interested to know how many shots University of Maryland had in this game. I mean, it's quite a few. It's been a spectacular performance.
Well, I'll say after the second period, talking with some fans here, and they said about 35 saves. I'll have to say that sounds maybe a little bit high, maybe around that, and maybe in the 30s, maybe about 40. That's my estimate. I could be completely wrong, as
I'd say definitely 40 plus.
around that mark. So we'll see if he can continue to pile them on here in the third. Under 7 to go here. 10-0 the score in favor of your Catholic Cardinals. Now puck loose at the side of the goal. Mark thinks he has it, and they're going to blow this dead. He actually, I think he had that. Oh, he did. Excuse me. He was in his blocker.
Seems that he was holding it in his blocker hand. He's been getting a lot of use out of that blocker hand.
The money was worth it, that's for sure. Extra protection inside the hand. Draw coming up to the right of Daniel Mark here. Won by UMD, trying to clear out of the zone is Catholic had it right the first time. It's loose. Back in the UMD end, it's broken up one more time. Rasmussen's going to take a hard hit. Puck loose again at center. Rasmussen gets away from one, trying to settle the puck down. Still looking for his first goal of the year is Rasmussen. He's going to look for a high flip-in, smart play just to kill some more time off the clock. Combs battling for it as well. Selwyn too. Trying to force the issue here. It's loose at the point. Hornick steps it in, trying to get it back to his feet. He does. Walks again. Holds a shot. And a save made by Russell. Nice save by Russell, getting the blocker up in time.
Matthew Hornick actually went around 3 different guys there on that play. Each of them, what happened was each of the Maryland players tried to take on Matthew Hornick individually and tried to go straight at him. And so we ended up going around each one in succession rather than being attacked all at once.
Now off this draw. Won by Catholic, but UMD meets them as soon as they take the shot. Coming back out of the zone is UMD. As they roar through center, Selwyn takes his man down. UMD wanted a penalty here. Referee looked like he was going to blow his whistle, but no arm goes up, so Selwyn may have gotten away with a call here. Could have easily been a trip. Now, back in his own end is UMD one more time. Number 12 for Joss. And the puck roll off his stick. It was broken up by Catholic. Looking to start over again is UMD. Trying to kick Catholic in, or on the change. Knocked down at center was Johnson. He wanted to call. He's not going to get it from the referees. And now again, a shot through traffic. Another save by Mark. And battling in front is Mark.
Battling someone in front of him.
Oh, man, another whack by Hornick. Mark out of his net. And sticks come high. And chaos breaking loose. Man, oh, man, you don't see Mark in the fray that often. That's for sure.
He ended up almost in a Donnybrook with a player in front of the net. I mean, he was almost throwing punches, frankly.
Yeah. Mark not wanting to do that in games. If we see him get involved, he'll throw a stick, but to get out and throw punches.
No, you never want to be in that kind of scenario as a goalie.
No, that's for sure.
But it seems like that player was giving him quite a bit of trouble in front, and his defensemen were tied up.
Looked like he kept whacking at it after the play. And Hornick still battling with, verbally talking with some players.
Matthew Hornick always reluctant to shy away from a fight. We're going to pull him off the ice here. I think that's probably the right decision.
It's the right call. I agree. And Coach Terenzio is saying no more dumb. Well, we'll leave it at that. You can finish that one for yourselves. And
Matthew Hornick has not stopped his dumb. He's still giving it from the ice, but
he's still giving it verbally from the bench. See if he plays more in this third period. Wouldn't surprise me if they sit him the rest of the third. But again, we'll see. Still some time left, and you know what you're battling for here. Again,
he may calm down in a minute.
Has about 5 minutes to go here in the third. UMD still pressing. Catholic able to fling it out through center. It's going to be off a stick. I don't believe Johnson touched this. He did not. It's going to be icing with 5:02 remaining here in the third period.
Now, these last 5 minutes as a goaltender are just there's something else. You don't even feel yourself. You're just kind of going through the motions. And Danny Mark has the misfortune to be facing the scoreboard, which if you're a goaltender in this position, you're looking at the scoreboard and it says 5:02, and then about 10 minutes later it seems to say 5:01, and then another 10 minutes it says 5 minutes.
That's exactly right.
You'd rather have the scoreboard behind you in this situation.
Well, oddly enough, this is an away game for Catholic, and if this was technically a home game, he would be on the side where the scoreboard is not in front of his eyes. But that's the way it is here tonight, so Catholic technically visitors in their own arena, that's for sure, putting on quite a show for the home fans.
It's been an interesting night.
It really has. Here's another 2-on-1. As they take the shot. Good play by Henry to step in front of it. 10-0, and they're still battling for their goaltender. That's great. Pushed back into the zone. Russell says, come pick it up. It was Snoddy again with the great chances. Had a lot of them this evening. Hasn't been able to finish on any of them. Here comes UND. Nice play to get around a few players. Snoddy has it again, looking to finish it. Hornick with a stick up high again. A shot save made by Mark. And you know UND really, really pushing now just to get something on that board. Both players fall down. Oh, Lehan's hurt the way he fell. You can see slowly getting up. He's in pain here.
I think a stick hit him in the stomach.
Yeah, I believe it did. He's staying on the ice at center ice.
Yeah, I think a stick hit him right in the stomach.
And here comes Merja in over the line, left side. He's going to fly, kind of float that puck in as it was bouncing. Save made Russell. Loose again. Lehan's got it. Tried to backhand it in on goal. McQueenie battling for it. Takes a stick up high. He's brought down. Staying on his head is UMD, and they're just having a couple laughs here. Now players going at it again. And coming again for a big hit. You can see it. I mean, UMD is targeting for that hit. Loose again is the puck. Catholic picks it up. Hornick's going to float it into the zone, and Catholic kind of had to keep some of their heads up here late in this game.
The officials have become hesitant to slow this game up any further and keep it from completion, but they're going to have to make a call at some point if this continues.
Yeah, 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Another nice save by Daniel Mark. Like we said, I mean, McQueenie and Merja, more McQueenie took the latter of the worst of a beating there. As player number 25.
Matthew McQueenie has got a target on his back. I'm not surprised that they pulled that line off the ice. I am surprised Matthew Hornick is back out.
As Trott was the player stirring the pot a little bit on the last stoppage, or during the play more or less. Another save by Mark from the point into the glove. 2:56 remaining here in the third period. Catholic up by 10. You can pick it any way you want. was it three field goals and a 1-point safety, a touchdown and a field goal? I don't know how you look at it. But
I look at it as a touchdown and a field goal.
all right. Never been a 1-point safety in the NFL, John, so you know. It has happened in college.
And it is a possibility.
It is a possibility, but a rarity. I'm trying to think how else you could get to 10 points in football here. Anyway, let's just call the game. Now it's loose into the corner, loose at center. At the right side boards, Keegan will race after it. 2:30 remaining here in the third period. UMD in over the line one more time at center. Big hit by Matthew Hornick. Sits the player down. Puck still loose. Another player taken down by Selwyn. And trying to drag it around Mark was UMD. They crash into Mark. He's not happy, but play will continue here. 2:15 remaining here in the third. Puck pushed back out to center. Keegan takes a man hard into the boards. It's loose off Rasmussen's stick. He'll chase after it and play it across to Joey Henry. Had trouble with it. Plays it back behind the goal to Rasmussen. 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. Rasmussen, left side Henry. Go all the way around to Keegan. He was not able to handle that pass. Martella has it. UMD has their top line out there again. Trying to get anything going, and Henry with his head down, able to get the puck ahead. He got some help from his teammate, Rasmussen. 1:40 remain here in the third. Ahead of the play is UMD, or they almost had it, but passed a little slow. Take the shot in on Mark, and the save made again with the glove by Daniel Mark. 1:36 remaining here in the third.
I'm very impressed by what we saw by Matthew Hornick on that last shift. I was afraid that he was going to come out and go headhunting. He made a big hit, but it was a very clean hit on a kid that absolutely had the puck, wasn't even getting rid of it. And he made the hit, and he got out of the way. So I'm very pleased to see that.
A very clean check, absolutely. We'll agree in all sense of the word that time. Now at the line again, kept in by UMD. Catholic really just looking to finish this one out, of course. Ahead of the play is Johnson. He's looking for three. He's got it. He waits, tries to toe drag, knocked away off the stick. Johnson takes the player hard on the board. Schwarzwater has it, rips it, missed the goal. Now Deininger also looking for three, up into play. Pushes it back down low behind the goal. Scott's going to race after it. About 1:10 remaining here in the third period. Schwarzwater at the line, keeps it in. Back down low to Scott. Takes the shot. Oh, good one-time feed. Just missed it over the goal. Now UMD behind their goal. Looking to center. Here they come. Left side. Cut in towards the neutral zone. Could have been a trip there on Catholic. They got this, so it's going to be a power play for UMD to finish out the game. And Daniel Mark's looking at that clock, and he's like, oh, my goodness.
Well, the peak of drama, the climax of action here. UMD is going to finish this period on a 48-second power play. Their power play has been crisp, it's been smooth, it's been fast. It has not been effective.
No, it has not. And Mark is 48 seconds away. And this would be a prime time just to, you know what I'm getting at here. I'm not going to elaborate anymore. As superstitious as he is, and I am too, we'll leave it as that. 10-0. Johnson in the box for tripping.
And just so you know, in case you're thinking maybe Maryland has given up, they're ready to go home. They are not. They want a goal here.
They want a goal. A shot from the point. Mark again ready.
They want to see something on that score sheet.
You can't blame them one bit. They've had a lot of good chances.
They really have.
Honestly, I would have to say they've outplayed Catholic in this game. I will say. Catholic got the comfortable lead and kind of sat back on it, and they've been able to do so because of Daniel Mark. Now behind the goal, UMD looks to center it in front. It's loose at the left side faceoff dot. Back down low, left side circle, or goal line. Now at the dot, player knocked down was Catholic. So play will continue. Shot taken over the goal. 25 seconds remains. Going to go all the way down. Catholic going to have to, UMD going to have to race back to get it. Kelly, ahead up into the line is for Joss. Joss is behind the goal, and Catholic will get to it. 15 seconds remaining. Nick Lehan going to try and tie up the puck for the remainder of this time. It squirts free. Foster able to get to it, and he's going to clear this all the way down. It's 5 seconds remaining. And
that
now,
should do it.
I can finally say it here, Daniel Mark with his first shutout of the season. That's
First
the word
college shutout, no?
That's right. And McQueenie after the play, a little bit upset as well, but
I hope they'll just get out of here and go mob Danny Mark. I don't think they need to be over here.
as they should. Mark's first shutout of the season, also his second win of the season, and he was spectacular, that's for sure. Absolutely spectacular.
You know, let me tell you, some people may look at this and say, oh, 10-0, you know, it's not a great shutout, you know, whatever. That was probably a blowout, probably took 10, 15 shots. He probably took 45 shots.
I agree. Maybe even 50.
This was a spectacular performance. The score does not reflect the difficulty that this game faced from Danny Mark and how much of a different game it could have been.
Absolutely, I will agree. It's both teams going down in the handshake line here. McQueenie had some words earlier after the game ended.
This was the most evenly played 10-0 game you'll ever see in your life. As a matter of fact, if we took a sequence of events in this game and showed you a sequence of plays and asked you which team won this game 10-0, you would not have given the correct answer.
No, I agree. So, Catholic gets a league victory for the first time this season. 10-0 the score. UMD frustrated after the game, and you can't blame them.
A great win. I know there are a lot of gripes we could have for Catholic, their D-zone play and etc. They won the game 10-0, and that's great. There's nothing bad you could possibly say about a 10-0 win.
No, not at all. And you could pinpoint, the defensive structure, too many 2-on-1s, and sure, but forget it. They won 10-0 here. Let's just be happy on it.
You can watch the film and make some adjustments going forward, but for now, I think they're just going to celebrate this great win.
That's for sure. Catholic, huge victors in this one, and just about as big as you can get. I'll have to maybe look this up for next game and try and see their largest margin of victory in team history, but I have to imagine this is up there.
10-0. I mean, that's a big win. Yeah. Not only to win by 10 goals, but to shut out the opposing team, to take the 6-goal lead so early. They did it. They put together a spectacular game. They did exactly what they needed to win.
They absolutely did, and Coach Sorrento said this was a must-win game at practice, and Catholic University comes away 10-0 victors in this one. We'll be back with the post-game report here. Stay with us here on WCUA. All right, Danny, can you hear me?
No, I cannot.
You can't hear me?
I mean, not through here. I can hear you though.
1 second.
Technical difficulties.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're live from the Weeknights Arena here. The Cardinals 10-0 victors after a spectacular game over the University of Maryland. 10-0 victors here. But the man of the hour, Daniel Mark, with his first collegiate shutout here. Congratulations,
Thank
Danny.
you.
Absolutely. Tell me about your best save of the night.
There was a good sequence in the second. I got one off the shoulder. It kind of bobbled through the crease. Looked very similar to last week's save that I had against High Point. They got it up to the point, and then they shot it far side. I got a glove on it, windmilled splits. I mean, it was great, but got to thank my defense. The whole year, they've been fantastic. I mean, I wouldn't be anything without them.
They did a good job tonight, as did yourself. Me and Wolfie were saying during the entire game that, early parts of the game, you were kind of an unsung hero. But as the game started to go on, the team started to get a little more sloppy with their play, and it was you who bailed them out. You did a great job tonight. I'm going to ask you as well, how does the team build on from a win like this moving forward? We know playoff hopes are still alive, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, definitely playing. It all started last weekend, playing against a good opponent like High Point. They really showed us what it was like to play in the ACC last week. I mean, they beat us 8-2 on, Saturday night? We play them Friday night, and, it's like a different team showed up, but
That's right.
I'm happy about it. Everyone's grinding, everyone's working. We got guys in the lineup who are scoring that have been quiet all year, and everyone's kind of just molding into their position.
Well, definitely a great game for you, Danny. One more thing for you as well. If there's anything you'd like to say to the camera as well, just back home, anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, no, I just want to shout out my family. I mean, obviously I wouldn't be anything without them helping me support through college. Even just growing up, especially my mom, I've been playing club or travel ice hockey for almost 15 years now. Since I was 3, I started playing goalie, and early mornings, rain or shine, she'd take me. I owe it all to her. I want to thank Coach Steven. He really does a lot for this program, and I feel like a lot of people don't see that, but we wouldn't be anything without him. It's really a culture, and it all starts from the top, and I love it here.
Well, you heard it from the man himself, Daniel Mark. No official shot totals from the game. I would say you had about over 45 saves tonight.
Yeah, I'd probably put the estimate up there too.
So that's what your brother gave me between periods. He hit 35 after the
Yeah,
second.
I'm hoping we're able to pull it, pad the save percentage a little bit, but a win's a win, a shutout's a shutout, and I'm just happy.
Well, Danny, congratulations. Go celebrate with
Thank
the
you
team.
so much, Giuliano.
Congratulations, buddy.
Also, I want to shout out Giuliano, really an unsung hero for this team. He stepped up, he does all this every game, and he really means so much to the team that our family back home can do everything. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the good words.
Thank you. All right,
too.
thank you guys. Roll cards.
Yes, sir. We'll continue post-game right here on WCUA on YouTube as well. Of course, Catholic 10-0 victors. We'll be back with the post-game report officially after a few minutes. We'll be back in just a bit. All right, post-game report live from Wheaton Ice Arena. Cardinals 10-0 victors in tonight's contest over the University of Maryland. And John, while it wasn't their strongest game overall, they won by the largest margin of victory, of course, in quite a while, but wasn't their strongest game. And I think there's still some things to improve on for them.
Definitely. Is mine on?
I thought you were, John.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Oh, well, then definitely not their best performance, but definitely their best result. And, sometimes results are more important than the performance. And, they'll have to go back and look at how they performed and where they can improve themselves going forward. But for now, they won the game 10-0. And that's the best result that you could possibly hope for.
Well, we're going to talk more about the positives, too. I feel like sometimes I talk too much about the negative parts of the game. But we're going to recap the entire game here. We have 10 goal scorers to go over here. And my memory is not the strongest here. Maybe if it was about 4 goals tonight, I could remember how all of them went in, but we had 10.
10 is a lot.
So we're going to do our best here. Frankie Merja made it 1-0, and that was the shot, I believe, on the right side of the ice here. They just
right here.
beat the goaltender right by the glove. He would have liked back, of course, but that made it 1-0. Later, it was 2-0 from a Hornick shot. I believe that was from the left circle around that area. That made it 2-0. 3-0 McQueenie. Merja had the assist. That was a great passing play. I think McQueenie kind of finished off a bit of a touch-and-go play. I believe that's correct, right? 4-0 Nick Lehan. That was more of a rebound play at the side of the net, I believe. That's some of these we're trying to do our best to remember. Yeah. 5-0 Brendan Johnson scored his first of the game. The assist, Scott and Shoreswater. That was also a goal. I believe that was a rebound to tuck home. And Deininger, 6-0. That was also a goal where he stepped up in the play and finished it with a rebound loose in the crease. After one, it was 6-0. And Catholic went to the locker room. They had a good period where they played well overall, but towards the end kind of let UMD back into the game. And in the second period, we saw that. Catholic played a bit better defensively. It was still loose in some respects, but they were able to, by sticking to their systems, even though they didn't play the best systems, they still got 2 more goals on the board. It was Merja and McQueenie. So you had 2 players on hat-trick watch because of that. It was Merja and McQueenie, of course. Merja beat the goaltender. Very similar play that was down here, but this one was on the opposite end of the ice. That made it 7-0. Very similar play, beat him under the glove, or blocker. And 8-0, Merja and McQueenie with a great 2-on-1 play. Russell really had no chance at stopping that puck. 8-0 after 2, and Catholic would reach the double-digit mark here. Brendan Johnson finished on a great play, I believe. Well, completely honest with you, I don't remember, John. You have to tell me if you do.
Which one was that, the 10th one?
The 9th goal.
The 9th goal came from over on this side. Brendan Johnson made it spectacular. You got a pass from Jackson Schwartzwalder. He came all the way in with great speed to the net and came around and put the puck in on his backhand. Went around the goalie, Russell.
And Jackson Deininger on the 10th goal. He was parked in front of the net, just ready to tip home that shot. Nice play by Deininger.
Real big deflection.
And there were 2, and I'm trying to remember, see how many players here had 2 goals in this game. Merja had 2, McQueenie had 2, Deininger had 2, and Brendan Johnson had 2. And then the other 2 were Hornick and Lehan. So quite the night. AAU will have a fun time fixing those stats later, I'm sure.
Great game for Catholic. I think the biggest positive takeaway to me is they scored 10 goals.
Yes.
And, we can harp all night long on how they might not have played their best systems, but if you cannot play your best systems and win the game 10-0, I don't care what team you play against, you have a good chance against every team you play, and that's what we've been saying all along. That's why we say they have playoff chances. We know that a lot of stuff has to happen, but they can win every game they play. They have a chance. All their games that are left are winnable games.
Right. Especially after a performance like this.
Exactly.
So, one more time, we're just going to tell you that Catholic plays next Saturday against Newman University at Laurel Ice Arena. Puck drop at 9:20 p.m. with coverage beginning at 9:05. Laurel's about 45 minutes from campus if you're looking to make the trip. Cardinals are going to play Salisbury on Sunday afternoon at 2:40. That is a league game. That game does matter. A loss would still put them out of playoff contention, so keep that in mind. 2:25 p.m. we'll have coverage. Games at Center Ice Arena in Harrington, Delaware. Hour and a half ride from campus if you're looking to make the trip. Other games around the league. Westchester will play Loyola. They played them tonight. Don't have a score update there, but they will play tomorrow night as well. Stevenson plays Navy tomorrow night at 8:30. Widener plays George Mason at 9:05 tomorrow night. And Maryland plays Navy on Sunday at 2 o'clock. One more thing before we wrap up. John, give me your player of the game.
Player of the game has to be Danny Mark. Can't go with anyone else. I mean, he kept the team in it the whole game. It's hard to say that with a 10-0 win, and as I said, the score doesn't accurately reflect the way that the game that he played. But I mean, easily he could have let in a few goals early on in the first few minutes of the game. I mean, Maryland could have scored first. And then that's a totally different complexion that's added to the game. So Danny Martin, he's my player of the game.
I'm going to agree with you, but for our viewers' sake too, I'm going to go with Frankie Merja here. I think Merja was definitely a player when the team was struggling. He was one of the players that really started to stand up and start to try and be a voice in the locker room, a voice of change and a voice of hope. And slowly, he has gotten himself involved in being a leader on this team and has done a great job of doing so. Tonight, he had 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists, and he showed up in a big way. He had the game-winning goal. The first minute of the first period, the game-winning goal, Frankie Merja. That's my player of the game. John had John Wolf. I do too, but I think Frankie Merja deserves some credit as well, of course. Danny Mark with his first shutout as well. Can't deny that. First collegiate shutout, so that's where we're going to leave it tonight. John Wolf, my partner. Good to have you on as always. And I'm Giuliano Luca. Good night and good hockey, as the great Gene Hart would say. We will see you Saturday